Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Hope you're all proud of me for starting on time today. As soon as it switched over to 7, I was like, all right, we're going live. I'm ready. I was sitting here with my tea at 6:59, ready to go. I know, shocker. Hope you're having a good week. And I know it's only Monday, so not much of the week has happened yet, but hope Monday has been good. We have more NIKKE for the second day in a row. And we're going to have more tomorrow because I am rapidly running out of time to do this Unbreakable Sphere event. So I need to do everything I need. Helm, I'm trying to talk right now.
I'll be soaking my feet in the meantime.
I'll be doing everything I need to do story-wise to make sure that I am fully prepared for Unbreakable Sphere. So this stream, I'm going to do chapter 24 of the main story, which is as far as I need to go for main story. But I need to do both of the side stories after that. So I split it up into 4 streams. Tonight I'm gonna do the main chapter, chapter 24, and then the side story number 2, Wordless. And then tomorrow I'll do side story 3, which is I think called Mudfish, and then the Unbreakable Sphere event. So that's roughly the plan. Unless the stuff goes really fast today, then I'll try and do Mudfish tonight too. But we'll see. Regardless, hello again, welcome. Hello Jack, hope it's going well. Just finished your dailies, nice. I finished mine like 20 minutes before I went live too. Wanted to make sure I didn't get distracted with those. Hello any lurkers, hope it's going well. I know I don't typically stream on Mondays, but
go ahead. I'll be soaking my feet in the meantime.
well, 1, I'm trying to get as many streams in as I can before my break, and 2, I have to stream today or else I'm not getting to Unbreakable Sphere. So I'm doing what I need to do. Let's just go right into 24. Wasting no time. So last stream, which was just yesterday, we finished chapter 23, which so much shit went down. It was constant stuff. Dorothy went off to meet with somebody from central government. We went after Exotic Squad. Commander gets kidnapped by Exotic Squad, gets separated. Then Extrinsic shows up. Guillotine captures Jackal, but Viper and Crow run off. Yuni goes rogue and releases all of the humans into the Rapture's path. The Raptures start to slaughter the humans and the Nikkes. It's an absolute bloodbath. It's pandemonium. We put a stop to the Raptures that are in the city, for the most part. All of the sick people are being transported to the medical center, but then, who shows up on the train transporting the people to the medical center but Crow? Of course, because why wouldn't she? And then that's where it leaves off. So a lot of shit going down, a lot of bad stuff happening, and we just need to see how it continues from here. Hello, Frost. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. It's going good. Going good. Work wasn't too busy for me today. Packed some stuff up that I was selling, and now we're getting in some bonus streams. Woohoo!
Encounter.
Let's just jump right in.
Right, not there.
Cutscene to start.
I knew that.
Inside one of the AZX carriages. Outside the window, the scenery flies by in a blur. The intercom blares the latest broadcast from the central government.
An unprecedented incident has occurred. Raptures have entered the Ark. However, thanks to the central government's rapid response time, citizens were all evacuated to the safety shelters in time. Thanks to the remarkable efforts of the Nikkes who have been deployed to fight the Raptures, there are astonishing reports of 0 casualties.
What happened to the big bloodbath that just happened?
The Ark is safe. According to statements from the central government, the entire incident is expected to be resolved within 2 days. Citizens are strongly advised to remain inside the shelters. In order to prevent any loss of life, the doors to the shelters will only be unlocked once the situation is resolved. Escape attempts are strongly discouraged, and be warned that anyone who attempts to approach the shelter doors may be shot. There are plenty of supplies inside the shelters, so we encourage citizens to remain calm and stay where they are.
Crow stares at the bruised and battered people in front of her. The emergency medical team rushes to and fro, tending to the wounded. The carriage is in complete disarray. A person moans in pain, another is on the brink of passing out. Somebody's crying. And the medical team. Crow locks eyes with one of the medical staff. After staring at Crow briefly, they head back to work. Crow listens in on the various conversations that are taking place around her. We're all finished. I've never seen a rapture in real life. It was colossal. I was afraid for my life. The Ark is done for. We're all gonna die down here. The Nikkes will protect us. I would have died earlier if it hadn't been for them. I used to hate Nikkes, but now I'm not so sure. I've heard that it was the Nikkes who lured the raptures to the Ark in the first place. A lot of commanders died. I feel bad. The Nikke lies in the corner, sobbing. It's insanity to think we stand a chance against the raptures. Trying to prevent panic, probably? That would make sense. I mean, it's not going to look good when it comes out they were lying, but I do understand trying to prevent panic. Crow gets up slowly without attracting anyone's attention. She maneuvers her way through the different carriages, heads to a doorway, and waits. There's a sound of flushing water, and the door to the restroom opens. Crow heads inside the restroom. Do you have a bomb or something? She locks the door, rummages through her pockets, and places a bomb in the corner out of sight. Here we go. She flushes the toilet and leaves the restroom. Slowly saunters her way through several carriages, leans against the wall, and pulls out a crudely made remote control from her pocket. This fucking girl, man. Hello, Isaac. How's it going? Welcome to the stream.
This train's a one-way ticket to hell.
And she detonates it right before the cliffhanger cutscene ends. Okay. Yeah, this chapter is just starting off even worse.
Enemy. Commander, stay behind me.
Drag on. How disappointing.
I've got this.
I have seen Diesel's Bond story, yeah.
Swim with all your might toward the light.
Well, actually, I'm not sure if I've done her actual Bond story, but I did her favorite item story. I forget if I did the Bond story too. But I have done the favorite item. So I know about her brother in the train and stuff.
Time has come. Let's give it our all. Swim down with the. Will you join me, subordinate?
I would love to, huh?
Focus our attacks. I'm glad that's all resolved. But now I need to go wash up again.
Okay, we press on.
Yes,
Coming. Proceeding to target.
We hope that Crow gets what's coming to her.
So uncomfortable.
At last.
All right.
Tis taken me longer than usual.
I didn't actually check to
understood.
see if there was like loot or anything over
Proceeding
here.
to target.
Maybe hidden in the
Proceeding
corner?
to target.
Uh-huh. They love doing stuff like that.
So uncomfortable.
All right.
Not there. I knew that. Proceeding to target.
Let's chase away. Yes, understood.
Boom! Fireproof paneling slides down in front of and behind Crow. Off to the side, an emergency exit door opens, and Diesel and Celine leap in, weapons at the ready.
That was quick. Have you been watching me this entire time?
No. We caught the signal.
What signal?
AZX has the ability to neutralize detonation signals. It can catch and prevent thousands of detonation signals, and it can trace them as well. Letting this train explode once was one time too many. It won't happen again.
Okay, good. Thank God. Good job, I forget the name of the squad. Celine, Diesel, and Brid, but good job.
You're well prepared.
Are you Crow? From Exotic? Why are you doing this?
Am I supposed to talk just because you've got a gun in my face?
Just answer the question.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, they're called AZX Squad? Okay.
All right, let's try this again. Do you know about the AFX train?
I do.
AFX?
Is that all you have to say?
I don't know what you want to hear.
Were you the one who sabotaged AFX the previous time?
Oh, the previous explosion. The one that killed Diesel's brother. Of course it's gonna end up being Crow.
Guilty as charged.
Uh-huh.
Diesel!
Diesel fires a barrage of bullets, all of which land around Crow's feet.
So it was you. Damn you. All those people. My brother.
You're sick. You people, you all are. Every last one of you. All of Elysian.
What are you talking about?
Every female who died in that attack was turned into a NIKKE to work for the railway. If that's not in poor taste, I don't know what is. You're all being duped and you don't even know it. They're using your own memories against you and making you their puppets.
Are you finished?
Are you going to kill me?
Yes.
Why?
Payback.
I see. Your inhibitor hasn't been turned off, so you can't shoot me.
Crow looks around her surroundings.
Don't move!
Over there should work. You see that yellow thingamajig over there? Shoot the bottom part of it. It'll rupture and shrapnel will go flying. One of those fragments should hit me in the head.
Is this supposed to be some kind of joke?
No, Crow's a master of ricochets. That's how she shot me. What an edgy name to her look. Yeah. Pretty fitting.
Not at all. I'm trying to help you out. If you do as I say, you'll be able to kill me even with your inhibitor on.
Do you think I can't do it? All these years, I've thought of nothing else. I can still see my brother's face. I can hear him calling my name. It's all your fault. If it weren't for you, my brother...
So shoot. I won't resist.
Oh, don't you worry. I will.
Diesel's hand begins to shake.
Oh dear. Is this your first time shooting someone? Let me give you a tip. You've got to disassociate from the act itself. Think of it like this. You're just shooting an object beside me. You're not actually shooting me. Don't think too much about the rest. Like, I might hurt her, or even kill her. Nope. Now, concentrate, and do what you have to do. The nymph has branded those images in your mind. Focus, and cast them out. Then you can shoot.
Thanks. I'm thinking quite clearly now. Now go to hell. Celine?
Red has reported. We can't shoot.
Why?
It's just a feeling. I can't explain. Just don't do it. I'm begging you.
Yeah, knowing Crow, she has something else planned. Hey Wasabi, welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Wish you would have seen the Bond story before this. Would explain why I had Diesel number one on my favorite item list. Separate from... Isn't the favorite item basically an extension of the Bond story? I assume her Bond story is about her brother again. I have to double check if I've done it or not.
Celine? I've realized something.
What?
This is why they turned us into Nikke's working on AZX. It was for this moment. This is why I work for Infinity Rail. It was all leading up to this moment. So please, Celine, don't stop me. I have the right to my revenge. All those people who perished. My brother.
No, don't. I don't know exactly how it works, but Nikke's abilities are determined by the aspirations of her previous life. None of us became Nikke's for the sake of revenge. We don't have that in us. Red drives the train, you handle the management aspects, and I tend to the passengers. That's what we're good at. Making our passengers feel comfortable and safe is what we do best. That's what we dream of. Not revenge. So please, don't shoot. If you pull that trigger, there's no going back. Every time you see AZX, all you'll ever remember is killing this woman.
Celine.
AZX stops. It pulls into a station visible from the window.
If you're not going to pull the trigger, then may I be excused?
Crow brushes past Diesel and Celine.
You two are
Shut up. Not another word. Just leave. Don't ever let me see you near this train again.
As you wish.
Crow disappears.
Celine, I
wanted to do it too. But I was scared. I couldn't do it. Not only was I scared to shoot, I was scared that you'd do it as well. That's why I stopped you. Diesel, did I do the right thing?
Yes, you did. Thank you, Celine, for stopping me.
Seems you encountered some difficulties.
Indeed I did.
You seem somewhat agitated. Is something wrong?
No.
Good. Uh, do you think Jackal is safe?
Not sure. That depends on her.
What a fine kettle of fish this is. You tell Jackal to put her life on the line, and that's all you have to say?
If she followed my orders, she'd be dead. If she didn't, she's probably alive.
Do you think she obeyed your orders?
I do.
So she's dead then.
Most likely.
That's a shame.
Heartless.
It would have been nice to have a proper farewell.
Crow and Viper disappear into the crowd, disembarking from the AZX.
Despite accursed garments, I'm able to slice a rapture.
Item is an extension to what happened in the bond, not full of course what happened. Gotcha.
Tag on.
I feel like I've done at least part of it, if not all of it.
Work quickly. This is going on a bit long.
Taking a while for the boss to spawn.
The time has come. Let's give it our all.
There we go.
As long as we're together, I will never fall.
What a fine kettle of fish. Is this lady like 70? I mean, Nikke's can live for a long time.
Yes, understood.
Let me see if I've done Diesel's story or not. I have done Diesel's full story. There you go, Jack. No problem. I did her favorite item and her bond story. And I've done all of her advice sessions. Not bad at all. I'm proud of myself. Because I don't do a whole lot of bond stories. It's on my agenda of things to do, but definitely not the priority. So it's like, only characters that I really get attached to are the ones that I'll end up doing it
I'm
for.
glad that's all resolved.
More often than not.
But
Or
now
like,
I need to go wash
I
up.
think in
Yes,
Diesel's, it might
understood.
have been something like, I did the favorite item story, and then so I had the full context, I did the bond story after. Something like that.
Proceeding to target. Proceeding to target.
Coming.
Oh, I see an item hidden in the car over here. Arcana looks gorgeous. Yeah, her design looks really good.
Encounter. Proceeding to target.
Nikke just don't miss. Arc downtown.
That's all. We believe Crow has somehow snuck into the medical center.
Is Arcana from a new squad? I forget if they've said. I remember reading something like the synopsis of the event is like Phantom brings her to the commander. So I don't know if she's in the same squad as Phantom. Because Phantom works at the library, right? Phantom squad, okay.
She knew that's where AZX was headed, and she could easily blend in with the rest of the crowd.
Surely there'd be people who recognize her?
I doubt she'll be waltzing through the front door. This medical center is massive, and there are many different entrances.
Right, thanks.
Commander, I couldn't shoot. I thought about it more times than I can count. But in the end, I couldn't do it.
That's good. If you had, you'd have lost a part of yourself you could never get back.
Celine said something to the same effect. There's no place safer in the Ark than this medical center. The entire building is outfitted with the same signal neutralizing technology that AZX has. And it's impossible to carry out a large-scale attack on this place. Even so, the fact that Crow is so intent on going there tells me she has something else planned.
Okay, leave the rest to us.
All right. Please, be careful.
Commander, are you okay?
I'm okay. Yuni just wanted to knock me out for a short while.
What on earth is she up to? First, she sabotages the shelter, and then she makes off with the Valp house. She's gone haywire.
Can't believe my luck. In the morning I have no schedules, nobody's streaming, but in the morning before work, everybody's streaming. Yeah, that's definitely a time zone thing, which is super unfortunate. I guess weekends tend to be better than weekdays in that case. Good luck at work, though. Thanks for stopping in a little bit. Hope your day goes well. Catch you later. Yeah, Cashew, I think he posted on YouTube that he's hoping to be back on Thursday for streams. Time zones are a pain, me waking up at 3 a.m. so that you can catch somebody else's stream, Jack. Some like late night one. We need to regroup. You inform Ingrid and Mustang. I'll touch base with Sewin.
Roger.
Sewin, it was Yuni who spread the false rumors to the shelters. She temporarily blocked the Rapture's senses. I'm gonna lose it. So what, are you trying to bury me for good? Exotic makes a hole in the Ark's roof and suddenly you think Wardress is responsible for the broadcast? You've been waiting for an opportunity like this, haven't you? Making a big mistake. I'm not taking the fall for this. While you're at it, why don't you say we manufacture Raptures in the back room? This is absurd. I'm blocking you. Crow's at Basilis's medical center. Yuni and Crow are working together. Oh my god, see when you really block me? Says he's just coughing a lot when he tries to talk now? Yeah. Yeah. Which makes it pretty hard to stream. Sore throats and coughs are a streamer's worst nightmare. She blocked me.
Good grief.
Let's make our way to the medical center. For the time being, it doesn't matter what she's trying to do. We just need to catch her.
Right, let's hurry. Oh shit, Wasabi. I totally forgot about that too. I was doing it earlier. And I think I got like 2/3 or 3/4 through it. And then I forgot about it. Damn it. Well, didn't they add it as a permanent story, actually? I'm opening it up to double check, but I think they added it, like, if you go to main story and then go all the way to the right, I think they added, like, an EX section or something, and it's in there. So I think after maintenance ends, you can probably still do the story through that. So I guess it's really just if you want to, like, spam more AP to get more boxes rolled or something. After maintenance, Chiaki is out. Yay. Hopefully can roll for that tomorrow morning. Ah, man. Yeah, I got through 12 chapters in this event. And I think there's only 17. So I got 2/3 through. Post my feed reminded me P5X is coming to global this summer. Really? They officially announced it? I haven't seen anything about it, but that's exciting. Can you dress Akko and maybe Satsuki if I'm lucky? I wish you luck, Wasabi. How many gems you have saved up? I'm up to 2,400 right now. I have enough for 2 10 rolls. I got 2 10 rolls and a dream. So I want to say after Chiaki, then I won't roll for anybody until like Dress Yuka and Seiya and Rio. But oh, I'm yawning all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure Track Haruna is going to be coming back soon too. And I want her. 22k? Damn. Wish that was me. 2 10 rolls in a dream and a credit card. Yeah, that goes in parentheses though. And a credit card depends on other things. Depends on my other expenses for the month. Like I have anime convention end of this month. And I know I'm going to want to buy a lot of prints and stuff. We'll see. And a credit card. There we go. I might need to get something with caffeine. All of a sudden, I'm struggling. It's only 7:30. Okay, yeah, I can see they added decorammation in the main story section. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get a drink that has some caffeine in it just to kickstart me a little bit. BRB. 20 seconds. Okay, I feel like that was actually about 20 seconds. That wasn't bad. Would mean I'd have to delete NIKKE to play P5X? Damn it. I'll wait till I get Eve, then delete NIKKE. No! There's no other gachas you could delete? Or, I guess if there is, then NIKKE is your lowest ranked one? Wait till I get Eve, then delete NIKKE for P5X. Well, if it is summer, then you should have time for Eve at least. Heroes isn't taking space. Yeah, that game is a lot smaller, I think. Compared to NIKKE, at least. Not sure I'll be playing P5X just yet. Gonna wait for a few patches in or something. All of us proceed to the medical center. Siwon doesn't know that Yuni and Exotic are working together, so Siwon didn't order Yuni to take the Vop house. I've got to break this down. Crow said she wanted to see the Ark make a decision. Considering all the chaos that followed, she's achieved her goal. So why did she try to detonate the AZX, and why did she head to Basilis's medical center? Is she just buying time so that she can see what choice the Ark makes? No, that can't be it. Viper knew there wasn't much time before they're caught. Crow's goal isn't to flee or to stall for time. She's no doubt perfectly satisfied with the amount of destruction that's already unfolded. If AZX exploded, it would have been pinned on the Raptures. NIKKE's would have been deployed to respond to the situation. Everyone's attention would be focused on that. What happens then? The medical center would be left vulnerable. If Siwon ordered Yuni to catch Crow in secret, then Yuni could find a way to send a message to Siwon, telling her that she's apprehended Crow. Since Yuni and Crow are working together, I wouldn't put such deceptive tactics past them. Yuni lies to Siwon, telling her that Crow is being held at the medical center. Upon hearing this, Siwon rushes over there to destroy any damning evidence. Since she can't have too many eyes watching her as she destroys incriminating evidence, she'll either come alone or with just a handful of others. Knowing Siwon, she'll want to get rid of Crow. Once Siwon arrives at the medical center, Yuni and Crow will be there waiting for her, Vapis in tow. Crow's next target is Siwon. That makes sense to me. Oh boy.
Bubbles at the ready.
Things ain't looking good. Especially since Siwon had to go and block me. Now she's not gonna get that information.
Target clear.
Careful now. Let's go again. Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Time has come. Let's give it our all.
P5X has a computer client, right? It's not going to only be on mobile?
Longer than usual. Had I donned my usual garb, I would have been swifter.
Proceeding to
At
target.
last.
Been having
I
my
can
eye on
stretch
Etheria
my
Restart, and at the moment it
body.
looks more appealing than P5X. Etheria Restart? I don't think I've heard of that one.
Tis taken me longer than usual.
Yes, understand. Everyone, prepare.
Tis taken me longer than usual. Had I donned my usual garb,
Damn,
I
that's
would
a
have been
lot of raptures that are spawning. What the hell?
All right, not there. I knew that. All right, not there.
Everyone, prepare for
tis taken me longer than usual.
Proceeding.
Let's chase.
So uncomfortable.
I'm glad that's all resolved. But now I
Yep.
need to go
Right.
proceeding.
Yeah, that's true.
Proceeding. Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
It's too bad since P5X will have the PC client. NIKKE has the PC client. Blue Archive is also getting the PC client this summer.
So uncomfortable.
Oh, right.
Would
Not there.
get you a way to
knew
play a
that.
few other gacha at least. But obviously PCs are expensive.
Yes, understood. Yes, understood.
Oh, there it is.
Not there.
I figured there would be something.
I knew that.
Why else would they open up a dead end?
Yes, understood.
Oh, right. Not there. I knew that.
So uncomfortable.
Nothing
right,
else
not
over
there.
here.
I knew that.
NIKKE's and Rapture's fighting.
So
Coming.
Near the partition. Mass-produced NIKKE topples to the ground, her energy spent.
Next.
Wow. How many is that? It's got to be at least 20 by now.
Don't know. Haven't been keeping count.
I've got to give it up to Dobin. He's got some real guts taking you on himself. He probably could have sent in additional troops and wiped you out.
I took a gamble and it paid off. With Dobin, it's all about pride. I knew there was no way he'd turn down a chance to face me head on.
Really? I always had the opposite impression.
Until I can get a PC or a new phone. With extra space, have to delete NIKKE Sag. It is sad, but if you're a bigger Persona fan than you are NIKKE, it's a sacrifice that has to be made. Got to prioritize the gacha that you're more interested in, or the series you're more interested in. I think. I still have enough room, thankfully, if I want to download more stuff, but if I were to delete one of my main ones, like, I mean, FGO obviously off limits, so then you go to Azure Lane, Blue Archive, and NIKKE. I think I play NIKKE the most out of those right now, so I don't think I would delete NIKKE. But NIKKE is the only one of them that I can also play on computer. So if I had to clear up room on my phone, I would probably delete NIKKE and then just play it on my computer. But if you factor out the computer and you say, okay, let's say you don't have computer, whatever you delete, you can't play anymore. It would be between Blue Archive and Azure Lane. Becoming more and more fed up with 50-50 and weapon banners. Never been a fan to begin with. Might check out P5X for the story if not. Oh, does P5X have 50-50s and weapon banners? I don't think is the worst thing ever. It's not my favorite, but I can deal with it. But I hate weapon banners. It's one of the main reasons I don't play any of the Hoyo games. I think it's so anti-consumer and anti-player, or whatever you want to call it, to make you not only roll for the character, but also have to roll for the ideal weapon for them. Like, if you want them to be good, fuck that. Are you kidding me? You're asking me to save up my currency and roll for the character, and then I have to do a second gacha for the weapon? That's so bullshit. I hate that. If I get the character, I should be able to play them how I want. Interested in NIKKE, but if I want to try P5X, gotta delete NIKKE in order to do it. Totally fair. Totally fair. I know you are a huge Persona fan, so I think it's reasonable to delete NIKKE. As sad as it is, because I know you're definitely into NIKKE. But if you like Persona more, you gotta do what you gotta do.
He has no compunctions about using whatever low-down, dirty trick available to him. Wonder why that's changed.
Beats me. Maybe he's just a moron. If they all attack at once, I don't think I can hold out. Their inhibitors have been deactivated, but mine hasn't.
Completely finished Metaphor today? Nice. What'd you think? I was pretty satisfied with the ending.
Can't you ask Mustang to deactivate it for you?
Oh, his hands are full as well. You of all people should know to have faith in your fellow comrades. We all have our roles to play.
We downloaded Pokemon Masters, saw they wanted me to start fresh and uninstalled it. Didn't you, I don't know when you last played. Did you not have it, like, linked to a Nintendo account or anything? I think on iPhone, at least, which is what I use, I think you have to sign in with a Nintendo account. Or if not a Nintendo account, I think you can link it to, like, your Apple ID or Game Center or something. That sucks, though. If I had to restart any gacha, I would just drop it, too. I'm not re-rolling for characters and redoing all the story.
It's all about having faith and counting on the best outcome. If I come crawling to Mustang begging for him to deactivate my inhibitor, I'd look like a major dork.
Well, may I remind you that the first to die are usually those preoccupied with looking cool.
Didn't get the trophy for beating the final boss because I weakened it by fighting the mini bosses that give King weapons. Oh, I did that too, yeah. Yeah, I think there's 2 super bosses in the game, basically. And the final boss is the final boss of the game is considered a super boss if you don't do any of those mini bosses to weaken it. So I think the achievement is specifically for beating it in its like super boss form. So that's why. And I was not willing to do that because I don't like a challenge. I've said many times, I don't like being challenged. I just get tilted and angry. I don't find it satisfying. But obviously to each their own. I'm sure that fight without weakening it would be a nightmare. Nightmare and a half.
Stop mouthing off.
This is just a prediction, but I think Dobin will lose his cool and retaliate soon. Maybe it'd be best to get out of there.
No, it should be okay.
Annoyed,
If I
the
keep
game was
holding my
amazing.
ground, it should strike a major
That's what I like
blow
to hear.
Dobin's ego.
You stupid idiots! What are you doing? In what world does an army of central government-issued Nikkes fail to best a street urchin like her?
Even weakened that boss was a pain. It was a tough fight.
This street urchin doesn't take too kindly to being called names. So you better stop mouthing off.
Ah, when are those infernal reinforcements coming? What? We've lost contact? How is that even possible? Very well then. It appears I have no choice. All units attack! Permission to use your weapons has been granted.
Uh-oh. Sounds like things are about to get hectic over there.
The least you could do is show up and lend a hand.
Well, I would, but it's just that I had a hip disc replaced yesterday, so...
Oh, can it, will ya? Come here and help me.
I told you, I'm all about gathering intel. I'm no fighter. So, I sent some reinforcements.
Reinforcements?
Consider this my way of helping out. You've got this. Don't worry about me. I'm safe and sound over here.
I'm gonna kill you when this is all over.
Dobin's troops fall to the ground in a hail of gunfire.
What the?
Behind Dobin's army, Rosanna is marching with her subordinates.
It's been a minute since I jumped into the fray. It's exhausting.
Rosanna.
Rosanna.
I know my own name. You two don't have to repeat it.
Don't tell me you're the reinforcements.
Reinforcements? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb. There's no way my reinforcements could be this late. You have to be it.
Oh, I get it. You must be referring to that bunch we encountered a while back. Like shooting fish in a barrel, that was. You should have put a sign on them or something. At least I'd have known they were meant to back you up. Maybe I wouldn't have given them such a spanking.
Alright, alright. You don't have to kick the poor man when he's down.
Oh, Sakura's here too?
Sakura?
That's rich coming from you. Aren't you the one who loves getting a rise out of him?
Ah.
I don't deny that, but still.
Have the people in the Outer Rim laid down their arms?
Continuing Unicorn Overlord now? That's on my list to play too. All of the Vanillaware games are, honestly. Unicorn Overlord, Dragon's Crown, and like Odin's Sphere or something. Those 3 I want to play.
Yes, every last one. They wouldn't listen at first, but after a little convincing, they came to agree with me.
I'm sure they did.
The Underworld, Queen. I thought they locked you all up and threw away the key. What are you doing here? And why are you standing in my way? Mustang is going to hear from me about this. He may not be working for the central government anymore, but if he thinks I'm gonna let this slide, he's got another thing coming. You're all committing treason.
When the Raptures were invading the Ark, you seized the opportunity to deploy your troops to serve your own self-interest. And you're lecturing us about treason. What you're doing now is akin to a massacre. The senseless slaughter of defenseless people. The worst kind of evil possible. Didn't I warn you before? If you want to exercise physical force in this place, you need our permission. It appears you didn't take our warning to heart, so we'll have to be a bit more forceful in reminding you.
Consigliere,
Yes, boss.
crush them.
Yes, boss.
Kill them all!
You want some, you scumbags? Come and get it.
Want to play Unicorn Overlord too? I think it goes on sale for like 50% off somewhat often. I want to say I've seen it for like $30 here and there. Taking a break from months made me rusty. That's why I really don't like taking breaks from games if I'm playing them. Like, the longest break I want to give a game is like a week if I'm streaming it. Like, you know, stream it every Thursday. I have a week break in between each time. Or like, even 2 weeks, I guess. Like, excuse me. Like, if I can't stream it 1 week for whatever reason, I don't want to take more than a 2-week break. Anything longer than that, I like completely forget everything. I forget the controls, I forget what I was doing, and then I have to restart pretty much. And that pisses me off. So I pretty much will just drop a game if I can't play it for more than 2 weeks. I'm not willing to put the time in to relearn it. But I'm a pretty extreme case because I'm very lazy. That's me with Astral Chain. Oh, that's on my list to play too. I heard that was really good. Played it in like 2017 or something, right after launch. Oh, 13 Sentinels. That was a really good one. Rehab Center Interrogation Room.
Jackal's brain scan results are ready. There's nothing that implicates her in the recent string of attacks.
That's unexpected.
She did chew through the cables tying the elevator to the surface, fought with Extrinsic after shutting off her auditory sensor, and sabotaged Basilis's main communications hub. She did all of this willingly.
Oh, Pokemon Masters. Behind on the live stream? Gotcha.
However, it doesn't go anywhere beyond that.
I mean, that's all still pretty bad stuff.
At no point was she aware of her actions having any involvement in a greater plot against the Ark. There was one notable word: fireworks. But I'm fairly certain that is referring to actual fireworks and nothing more.
I don't know about that.
It could potentially be an advanced form of mind control. But as of now, we've determined that Jackal was merely following orders issued to her from Crow and Viper, without any thought given to the repercussions.
In other words, she's a tabula rasa upon which the other two are painting.
Precisely. Therefore, we can't put the blame on her. However, it's also true that she took part in the random shooting where Commander was struck.
What? Did you say random shooting?
Some time ago, on the surface, during the search mission for the Pilgrim. We sent out the scouts as per Basilis's request, but for whatever reason, they went up ahead of schedule. Probably to join up with Exotic instead of carrying out reconnaissance. That's when it must have happened. We're presuming he didn't say anything incriminating against them, due to personal reasons of some kind. So, I plan to leave this matter in his hands.
In other words, not a single thing has been resolute. But it will end soon. Word on this street is that Crow and Viper are proceeding towards the Center Medical de Misilis. It will only be a matter of time.
Right. We'll only have to wait a little longer.
Yeah, as long as they don't do something else first.
Hey, where's the captain? And Viper, for that matter. They weren't caught along with me, were they? I'm glad I was at least of some help to them.
Those two left you to die.
It's okay. I'm not much of a thinker, so I can't really help in that department. Captain and Viper both hung around and played with me, which is all I can really ask for.
Oh, they definitely used you. I feel bad, Jackal, but that's
Can you still not reach Yun?
Unfortunately, no.
Something doesn't seem right. Rappy is calling me. It's me. What?
telling her my hypothesis 20 minutes earlier.
Excellent! That rust bucket's Jackal stupidity saved her life this time. We almost got into big trouble.
Yuni, Yun, I caught Crow. We're in the director's office at the Misilis Medical Center. Hurry up. Oh boy. I miss Masters, but my phone is too old to handle it. It was crashing. Really?
Enemy spotted.
I'm
Engaging.
honestly kind of surprised that your phone can do NIKKE, but not Masters. Because I feel like Masters is a lot lighter of a game than NIKKE. Maybe it's just really poorly optimized or something. NIKKE does admittedly have an absurd amount of loading screens, especially on mobile, which is kind of obnoxious at points, but
Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
all right.
Everyone, prepare.
So uncomfortable.
As long as we're together.
All right,
Coming. So
I'm glad.
Proceeding to target.
Open sesame. So I'm sure there's got to be some kind of loot in the corner here. Or maybe that's where the EX stage is going to appear.
Yes, understood.
Yeah, this must be the EX stage.
so uncomfortable.
Okay, we'll go this way.
All
Any
right,
loot
not
over
there.
here? No.
I knew that coming. Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
So uncomfortable.
Okay, crashes too, but not to the extent of Masters. Oh.
Encounter.
So
The waves have come.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Why don't we swim towards the next storm?
What phone do you have,
Not
Jack?
there.
Out of curiosity? Like the model.
Everyone, prepare.
Proceeding.
Tis taken me longer than usual.
Although I guess if it's not an iPhone, I
Had
won't know.
donned my-
I don't really know anything about like Androids.
All right, not there.
I've always been the Apple gang. Apple ecosystem is where it's at for me. Like I have an iPhone, I have an iPad, I have an iMac,
So uncomfortable.
Proceeding to target.
and I quite like them.
Understood. Let's chase away the. All right. I'm glad that's
I pretty
all
much
resolved.
just have my PC for streaming.
Now I need to go
Like I
wash
built
up
it
again.
specifically for
So
streaming, and that's it.
uncomfortable.
Encounter.
All right, not there. I knew that.
Misilis Medical Center. Human and NIKKE patients are swarming the place, causing untold confusion at the medical center.
Commander, I just spoke with the instructor.
Have you gotten
Not
through
iPhone?
to
Gotcha.
Suen?
No, she's not picking up.
She's avoiding your calls. Why isn't she picking up? Who knows? Too much stress, maybe. Probably doesn't want to hear anything from anyone right about now.
Let's search the inside first. Wardress and Exotic are most likely already here. Suen is sure to follow soon.
Okay, let's split up and... Mihara, director's office. Oh, is Mihara... Mihara doesn't support what Yuni is doing, I bet. So she's trying to give me the tip that that's where they are. We need to get to the director's office. Misilis Medical Center, director's office.
Is this some kind of joke? There's nothing here.
You're early.
I came as fast as I could. Well, where are they?
They're not here yet.
Are you sure they're nearby?
Positive.
All right, if you say so.
Siwon takes out her cell phone.
The communications hub was still down, so I made some impromptu alterations to the app. It'll go active once they're within 1 kilometer of us.
Siwon has the exotic detonation app open on her phone.
Since we're not using Miss Silas's private line, concealing information isn't possible. But we should be able to cover it up later. You said they're nearby? All I've got to do is keep pressing this button, and their collars will go off once they're in range. You two, keep a lookout.
Siwon drops the phone in her hand.
Why is my hand?
Yuni just did something.
I blocked all sensations in your hand. If you press that button, Crow and Viper will die, right?
Yes. So?
Oh, Yuni not happy about that. She got the yandere face or something going on. Did to buy a new phone this past fall, and the quality of life is a great improvement. So much more battery. Yeah, that's how I felt when I upgraded mine. I had what was the progression of my phones? Now that I think about it, I think I had like an iPhone 6 for all of college, pretty much. And then after I graduated college and I started working like my full-time salary job, the first thing I bought myself with my new job was a shiny new phone. So I got the iPhone XR. So that would have been 2019 or something like that. And I had that until I think about 2 years ago, year and a half ago. It was like late 2023. I think I upgraded at that point. So it had been about 4.5 years. So now I have the iPhone 14 Pro, which I think is pretty nice. I think I can get at least another couple of years out of it. I feel like every like 4 to 5 years is a good upgrade period.
I can't see!
Oh boy.
What the hell are you?
Yuni!
Did Yuni just punch her?
What are you doing?
Siwon, why are you doing this to us? Why do you always treat us so poorly? Why do you call us scrap metal? Why do you swear and yell? Why?
You crazy hunk of junk! Have you lost your mind? I'll personally see to it that you're disposed of!
Yuni, stop!
Mihara!
Stop. You mustn't go too far. I understand how you feel. I truly do. Just stop for a moment, and we can talk to her. You've made your point, okay?
I knew it. You're not Mihara.
What?
The real Mihara would always be on my side. She would understand me.
Oh. I may not remember everything.
Oh, right. Mihara had a mind wipe.
But I remember what kind of person you are. You're kind. You wouldn't hurt anyone. So please, stop this.
Isn't Yuni's whole thing that she's a sadist? She definitely would hurt people.
You don't remember anything! How can you say you know me? You're an imposter! You're not Mihara! The real Mihara is dead! You're not her! Siwon killed her!
Yuni, stop!
Siwon must die! 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 I said die!
Just beating the shit out of Siwon right now. Okay. She kind of had it coming too far gone. Yeah, I mean, Siwon's a brat. She's definitely not a good person. But really nobody here is in the right. Which is, it's a bunch of bad people who are, beating on each other pretty much. Crow is horrible. Yuni is a bad person. Siwon is a bad person. and they're all kind of gunning for each other. So, like, I feel bad on one point because, like, you know, I think Yuni kind of got pushed to this point because of Siwon. But at the same time, I think Siwon also kind of got pushed to this point because of other people. So it's like there's definitely some shades of gray here, but aside from Mihara, I think Mihara is like generally okay, but like everybody else involved is who are these sassy children?
No, I can't do it. I don't think I can kill her. Then this.
Yuni.
Commander?
And then there's Mihara who's just blindsided. Yeah.
Engaging with enemy.
As in 50
Commander,
Shades of Grey?
stay behind me.
You know, with how Mihara and Yuni are, maybe.
It seems this battle shall drag on.
Swim down with those who would threaten the
Time has
kingdom.
come. Let's give it our all. Bubble, bubble.
Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Calmed. Why don't we swim towards the next story? What's going on? Yuni, what have you done?
Oh my god.
Yuni.
Commander? How did you get here? Oh, I see. You're here to kill Siwon too, aren't you? You've suffered a lot because of her too. Well, she's right here. I've made it so that she can't see or move. We can kill her together.
Commander, I have a clean shot.
Wait.
I say take the shot. She's gone crazy.
Yuni, stop.
Why is everyone telling me to stop? No one is saying anything to Siwon. Why is it just me who has to listen to orders? Again, why? Only me. Why do I have to stop and no one else?
Yuni takes out her weapon.
Commander.
I stop Rappy from stepping forward. I can help you.
What?
I can explain why you've done what you've done. I'll make sure that Siwon is punished.
You will? But how?
Things are different now. I've got greater authority now, and I can pull some strings to ensure certain things get done.
How exactly?
I'll use all the power I can and do whatever I can to help you.
You're repeating yourself, Commander.
He is. That doesn't sound very convincing if you ask me. I don't blame her for reacting like that.
You've said that before to me. But Commander, you never did anything for us.
Yuni places the gun in her other hand and pulls the trigger. She couldn't have.
My head feels so clear. I feel like I can do anything. So this is what Vaphouse can do.
Oh, she shot herself with the Vaphouse.
I can kill you both. Siwon and the Commander.
Okay, that's not good.
Chase away so uncomfortable.
Yuni, you're not a massive corpo
as long as we're
CEO.
Proceeding
That's
to
an
target counter.
understatement.
Yes, as long as we're together. I will never fall.
That's a lot of enemies that are spawning. Why is there like
So uncomfortable.
barely any loot in this place?
Proceeding to target.
So
Oh, there's something around here.
uncomfortable.
Proceeding to target.
All right, not there.
Okay,
counter.
Yuni, you are really digging yourself in a hole here.
Thank you for preparing this gift for me, Commander.
Get her!
Oh, no, you don't.
My vision is getting blurry. I'm losing strength in my legs. My body feels sapped of all its strength. Rappy, Anise, and Neon all collapse to the ground in a heap.
Clubhouse is amazing! All I have to do is imagine it, and it becomes real!
I want to say something, but my mouth won't move. My body refuses to budge.
I've blocked all sensations in your spine. This is the first time I've blocked so many sensations. It's working wonderfully. Don't worry, Commander. In a bit, you'll be right as rain.
Hey, can you block the receptors in my back? The nerves? Because my back is really sore and kind of hurts right now. TBH.
I know how much you think about me. As for Sewin...
Oh, back to beating Sewin up. Feel bad for her seeing that scared face and just hearing the noises.
Time for you to say goodbye. Strange. Why aren't you feeling any pain?
What about that as not feeling pain?
Mihara, did you do a sensory swap with Sewin?
Yuni,
Oh, she did.
stop.
I knew you were an imposter. The swap should last for 10 minutes, right? Hang on just a little longer.
Yuni points a gun at Sewin.
Sewin, say goodnight.
Yuni!
My head! It hurts! Help! Someone please!
Mihara! Mihara!
Did she just jump in front of Sewin?
Why did you protect Sewin? Why? Mihara! Tell me! Tell me, Mihara! Why? What? What? Mihara! Blood! Your head is bleeding!
Who did this? Get it out! Get it out of me!
Mihara! Get up, Mihara! Mihara! Be quiet!
Yuni drops to the ground. Crow holsters her weapon, which has been equipped with a silencer.
Did you kill her?
Of course.
Weren't you supposed to help her?
I gave her the chance to kill Sewin, didn't I? I can't help her if she doesn't have the stomach to go through with it.
Wow. Crow just walks in and kills Yuni. Okay. It's Crow. Was she watching us? Crow crouches down in front of me. My vision is still blurry and my body is weakened. You did all this.
Gotta hand it to you. You were pretty sharp to have found this place. Too bad you won't be able to change anything. Aren't you curious about why you're in this situation? There are two things I want to see. The first is the choice the Ark makes.
Well, everybody's here. Yeah. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Crow saving the day. That's one way to put it.
The second is your fall from grace. Sewin was just a footnote. I'm sure you're wondering why I want to see you fall. You're too much of a hero. You can solve everything, and you always come out smelling like roses. I'm not complaining, honest. I'm quite fond of you. You could even say that I respect you. It's your connection with the Ark that I have an issue with. And for that, you're going down. You're not much different than a NIKKE. You follow orders blindly, and you'd sacrifice anything for the Ark's sake. Thanks to this Rapture invasion, NIKKEs and humans will see each other differently now. It could have been fun watching how you'd factor into everything. But I know you'd just get in the way.
Hello, Ivan. Welcome to the stream. Crow will dominate Leo. She would. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
You act as an intermediary between NIKKEs and humans, with your heart loyal to both sides. Then presto, the situation is always resolved as if there was never anything wrong in the first place. You're one of a kind. A hero like you may never come again. The effect you've had, and continue to have on the Ark, is greater than you could possibly imagine. So the question is, what should be done? We need to bring you down to the dregs, make you no different from the rest of the Ark's filth. So, I'm taking you down a few pegs. But how do I go about that? Pierce your body? Let your trusted NIKKEs betray you? From what I've seen until now, you don't seem like someone who would be undone by such things. So the conclusion I've made is... having you kill a NIKKE with your own hands.
Ah, those gunshots. What did she just do?
You're enshrouded in a miasma of your own hatred, clouding your judgment. Your emotions took over you. If you were to murder a NIKKE, that would spell your downfall.
No, she can't be serious.
Hate me, kill me, avenge your colleagues, and let the fall begin.
Crow.
What's this? You're talking? This is highly irregular. Your recovery skills are exceptional.
I'm gonna kill. No, you won't.
I certainly hope so. I'll see you around, my leading man.
I mean, the 3 gunshots make you feel like she shot Rapianise and Neon, but I don't think so. I feel like she was bluffing. Specifically to set the commander off. I don't think she actually shot them.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attacks. This is going on a bit long.
I mean, I think she would shoot them, but I don't think she did.
This attire vexes me.
Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Time has come. Let's give it our all.
So then the question is, what did she do? Maybe just shoot Yuni's dead body? So that the bullet sounds happened?
Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
I stand myself up, and I look around me. Mihara's lying on the ground motionless. So's Yuni. Siwon is convulsing violently, foaming at the mouth. Neon, Anise, and Rappy are all not moving. I have to go after her. Have to get Crow. I'm gonna get her and kill her. No, you're not, Commander. You didn't actually check if they're alive or not. Do your due diligence.
So let's chase away. Yes, understood. Tis taken me longer.
Proceeding.
Let's chase away. All right. The waves have calmed.
Alright, let's get this EX stage while we're over here.
Coming. So uncomfortable.
I feel like we're going through this chapter pretty fast. Maybe I will be able to do both side stories tonight.
Careful now. Let's go again. Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attacks. Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Let's give
Okay,
it our
GG.
all.
300 gems for me. Please and thank you.
As long as we're together, I
Building
will
up a good
never
gem
fall.
stash here. What am I at? Like 33,000 or something? Yeah, 33, almost 34,000. Nice. Any...
So uncomfortable.
There's a
Not
loot over
there.
here.
I knew that.
Is there any loot in this corner?
Proceeding to
No.
target.
Okay, well there is next to this car. It's so much easier to find the the collectibles and the loot and stuff playing on PC. Like it's so much easier to see the little shining spots compared to on mobile.
Yes, at last. Proceeding to target.
Bacillus Medical Center, emergency exit hallway.
Where are we going?
Up to the surface.
Why there?
Because he'll follow us.
Huh?
We need to put as much distance between us and this place in order to let the resentment build. You want to know why, don't you?
Jackal is still alive. Are we not going to look for her?
Looking for Jackal right now would be suicidal.
She's waiting for us.
No, I told her not to wait, so she won't.
Then what'll happen to her?
How should I know?
Was all that with Yuni and the counters really necessary?
What's gotten into you? You're acting strange all of a sudden.
I'm just saying. I think pretending would have been enough. You could have made it look real.
You're worried about what'll happen to him, aren't you?
I'd be lying if I said no.
I know you've been helping him. I thought you were just having some innocent fun. But apparently not.
Honey was trying to help us the entire time, until you went and killed his friends. He kept repeating how he was on our side, and that he was willing to hear us out. This, despite how cruel we've been to him, even after all that Yuni has done. He never gave up on her. I think he was genuine.
And what exactly is your point?
There is no point. I'm saying that you went too far.
Okay, Viper. I respect it. Still missing relics in a couple maps. I am too. I've gone back to try and find some of them, but I should probably just check them all on my computer. It would be a lot faster that way.
I'm going to ask a question.
Viper's coming to reason, which is good.
Answer. Have you fallen for him?
What? What are you saying? Me? Fall for Honey? He's just a plaything that provides me with some amusement. You should take good care of your toys, right? Once they break, it's over.
Okay.
Well, that certainly sounds like you.
Crow walks away. Viper doesn't move for a while.
What are you doing? Viper?
Wait. Let me think. Yes, that's it. I've changed. It's been that way for a while now. That's why I can't stop thinking about him and wanted to help him so badly. I guess I have fallen for him.
Okay.
Why am I only just now figuring this out? It all makes sense now. I've never truly liked someone until now, so I wasn't certain. I think it's time I bow out of this whole thing.
I think that's a death flag. I think they're gonna pull the rug out from under you and be like, oh, Viper actually likes the commander, she's actually gonna help him, and then they're gonna kill her in the same chapter.
I'm going to turn myself in and hope they grant me some leniency. To be fair, all I really did was send a few texts. I'll try and ask them not to give me a memory wipe. My honey will have my back, so I don't think it'll be a problem, right?
So, at long last, the venomous snake has been poisoned itself. I knew this day would come. I always thought you would put up more of a fight, though. I'm a little disappointed.
Do you know who I just sent a text to? The two people who want to kill you more than anything. As a matter of fact, one of them is right above us.
What?
The ceiling shatters and a black shadow envelops Crow.
Crow.
What the? She's still alive? I didn't expect her to survive getting blown up with a suicide bomb. You know, that's the classic, if you don't see them die, they didn't actually die type of thing. Alright, EH is still alive. Cool. My very Leo core design. Let's go. So Viper's been talking to her this whole time still?
Time to show what steam treatments can do.
Let's go. I agree. I thought she was gone for good.
Seems this battle shall swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom, and thou art cleaved through.
Glad she's back.
Target down.
I shall go again. Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Man, heck. Who's the other person then?
I'm glad that's all resolved. But now I need to go wash up again.
Okay.
What were you thinking? Blasting a hole in the Ark?
See what a human can do against a Nikke? Yeah.
You survived the explosion. Thank goodness. Actually, on second glance, I'm not so sure about that. Those burns are looking pretty nasty. You may die at any moment.
I've put up with your skullduggery long enough. This time, you've crossed the line. Why did you do it?
There were a few things I wanted to confirm.
Like what?
No comment.
Because of what you did,
The entire Outer Rim is about to be exterminated. Half the Ark lies in ruins.
You don't say.
When did you first think about betraying me?
Always. From the very beginning.
I considered you a friend.
That was a mistake.
That's a shame because I have no friends. I thought I did once, but not anymore.
Viper's like, wow.
EH, let me join you.
I have plenty to say to you as well, Viper.
What? Didn't I allow you to shadow us? I treated your wounds, and I led you to Crow. Didn't I do my part? Won't you forgive me?
We're far from even. But I also won't turn down any help you're offering. My time is just about up.
Damn, she's gonna come back and then die anyway.
All right. Then let's hurry up while you're still ticking.
Man.
Proceeding to target.
Coming. The waves have calmed.
Bloop bloop.
Yes, understood. Coming.
Proceeding to target.
I've got you now.
I don't think so. All we have to do is wait a little longer. You'll succumb to your injuries and then I'll be home free.
Before that happens, I can still kill you.
Just look at yourself. You're a mess.
The Ark's elite troops will be here soon. It looks like they've taken care of most of the raptures that came into the Ark. Then all prepare to surrender. Honey, you're here.
Oh. I've arrived. Viper comes toward
Are
me.
you here to kill Crow? Don't do it. No need to dirty your hands. Let's hand her over to the central government. Let them take care of her.
Stay away from me.
You've got to listen to me, honey. I'm surrendering. I'm going to tell the truth. How and why this all happened, and who's responsible. You see Crow over there? I'm practically handing her over on a silver platter. So, I'd be really grateful if you put in a good word for me.
What are you up to this time?
What? Nothing. I told you. I'm going to surrender.
Don't lie to me.
Honey, I know trusting me may seem impossible right about now, but you've got to listen to me.
Move aside. Oh, Commander really is enraged right now.
Are you going to kill Crow? Don't do it.
Oh, accidentally tabbed out. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there we go.
You can't.
Viper comes near me and locks arms with me.
Just take a deep breath.
Let go of me. When I'm done with her, you're next.
Honey.
Not the spaghetti. Hey, I had spaghetti for dinner today. Meanwhile, at the Bacillus Medical Center.
Who is it?
It's me.
Where am I?
Bacillus's medical center.
Where did they go? My head.
Considering you took a bullet to the head, you're probably still feeling some pain there. You've got some serious bruises and severe fractures. Don't move around too much.
What's wrong with my hand? It's shaking on its own.
The sequelae are severe. It will take some time before you can start moving freely again.
How long? I'm asking how long?
You shouldn't be agitated right now. You need to rest.
Exotic. Wardress.
We're chasing Crow and Viper down. They couldn't have gone far. This will all be over soon. Wardress has been taken to the repair center for the time being. This all must be very hard for Mihara.
Shit!
Suyun brings her trembling hands closer to her body and takes out her cell phone.
I told you to lie still.
Be quiet. I have something to do.
Oh, she's trying to do the detonation thing.
It's working. Wait. No.
Ingrid quickly snatches the cell phone from Siwon. The exotic self-detonation app is turned on. One of the collars of the exotic has been activated.
I pressed the wrong one!
Oh, she's gonna blow up Viper instead.
Please, can you trust me? I'm sorry for all the lies and deception. This is bad. I'm not really good with apologies.
Oh no, Viper right after turning a leaf. Oh, it's gonna play a special song and it's a sad one. A light begins to emanate from Viper's collar.
Wait, this is...
Oh no, she gets a special art too. She's gonna get her head blown off right in front of me.
So, this is how it ends.
The lights on the collar begin to intensify. Oh, she's reaching out too. I rush over and grab a hold of the choker. Don't move if I take it off.
You really are a good person, honey. Even now, you want to help. It would have been nice if I had known someone like you earlier and recognized what I was feeling.
Viper pushes me away. The lights on the collar grow even more intensely.
Take care of Jackal. That big dummy needs someone to look after her.
Boom. There's a loud explosion. Viper collapses to the ground. Her face is blank. She has no face at all. Viper!
Hey. Get... Crow.
EH slumps to the ground. Crow slowly stands up and stares at me, then turns around and begins to walk away. She's heading towards the elevator leading to the surface. I sprint after her. Man, I called it when I said Viper was gonna turn a leaf and then get killed anyway, but I didn't realize it was gonna be because Siwon was gonna blow it up. And she pressed the wrong one by accident. Oh man, because her hand was shaking, she didn't have full control of her body. Man.
This attire vexes me.
And Viper was in my down horrendous tier too.
I shall go again.
Back to it.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Forward quickly!
Well, I'm proud of you for turning a leaf at the very end, Viper.
I'm glad that's all resolved.
I wonder if
Now
she's
I need
dead
to
for
go
good
wash
then.
up again.
Because if the brain is destroyed, the Nikke's gone for good. So I'm not sure if her... I'm assuming her brain would be destroyed if a bomb collar around her neck blew up. Who knows? I charge at Crow, who is attempting to operate the elevator's control panel. If I can just tackle her...
Oof.
She may be a Nikke, but even she'll stumble if an adult male hurls all his weight at her. I push Crow against the closed elevator door. Where are you going?
How about we continue this discussion on the surface?
I don't have anything to say to you.
That's a shame.
Crow knees me in the stomach. I feel like my insides have been turned to puree, but I grip my teeth and stay standing. Any blow I inflict on a Nikke as a human being would be meaningless. I grab hold of both of Crow's hands, steady myself, and sling her over my shoulder and slam her to the ground. Doing like a WWE move. Yeah! I did it. Crow's lying on her back, face up on the ground. She scrambles to get back up, but by then I have my weapon pointed at her. You're not going anywhere, coward. You're going to be held accountable for what you've done.
Are you going to shoot me?
German
Is that how you plan
suplex.
to hold me accountable? Interesting interpretation.
Why did you shoot my friends?
I told you. I want to see you fall from grace. And I think I've succeeded. You should see your face right now. How many times in your life have you ever made that expression before? I'm probably the first person to have ever seen it. That alone is the sweetest reward of all. The Ark has lost their hero, and now they will have to choose.
Countless people have died because of you. You think you're some kind of modern philosopher? You're not. You're just a 2-bit hood.
Ouch. Harsh.
We all have our bad days when we want to burn everything down and start anew, but we don't actually do it because we know other people will get hurt. It's not because we can't do it, we choose not to because we know it's something we shouldn't do. That's what living together in a society is all about, but not you. You've let your intrusive thoughts consume you, and for that, others have suffered and you've lost your friends. What is there left for you? You're not part of anything. Not a single person will shed a tear for you when you're gone. Wow, okay. Damn, Commander. You're all alone.
So are you, now that all your friends are dead.
Because you killed them.
So are you going to shoot me?
I am.
Then do it. Fulfill your destiny and fall.
If it means getting rid of someone like you, I'll do it gladly.
Then let me become your first. It's an honor.
Crow crumples to the ground. Her body lies motionless.
Commander, please drop your weapon.
Yeah, I knew they weren't actually dead.
It's finished now.
Rappy slowly walks forward and gently presses her hand on mine, lowering the gun I'm holding onto. I was gonna shoot. I really think I would have done it.
But you didn't.
I would have if you didn't shoot first.
Well, I did shoot first, so you didn't have to. You can never fall to the dark side. We will never let that happen.
Thank you. I'm glad you're alive.
Likewise. I'm glad you didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't think he actually killed that she killed the counters. No way he hit her with the "we live in a society."
All right, not there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing while I was reading off that monologue.
Proceeding to target. So uncomfortable.
There's something like...
So uncomfortable.
Maybe it's on the other side of this?
I knew that.
If it highlights orange, that means you're like right next to the
Yes,
like
understood.
loot. I can't get it here.
All right, not there. I knew that.
Encounter.
Yes, understood.
Securing victory for
Alright,
this.
there's
Not
loot over
there.
here.
I knew that.
Moments after the incident, the central government informed the ARC citizens of the invasion, urged them to evacuate.
So uncomfortable.
Let's chase away these. All right, not there. I knew that.
Okay, let me break this down. Let's start with Crow. Robbie blasted her right in the dome with a well-timed suppression bullet.
Right in the dome.
She was knocked unconscious, got carried away by the central government, and had a brain scan conducted on her. That scan confirmed she was the ringleader behind the recent string of attacks. It also confirmed that everyone else involved was merely being used by her.
And the punishment?
Well, about that.
Even though your nymph was operating normally, you will be studied extensively for the various acts of wanton violence you have committed.
Studied?
We believe that you are able to control the nymph using your own will alone. This requires further investigation.
Gosh, I feel so special.
As you can imagine, this will be far from a routine examination. We will be tinkering with your brain until we find everything that we want to know. Once we've done that, Enoch will determine the best path toward rehabilitation.
I see.
Don't even think about wiping your own memory. If any self-destruct signal is detected, the nymph will forcibly...
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I know how impressive my memory is. I'd be a fool to want to destroy it.
Okay.
That's what she said. Full of bravado until the bitter end.
What about the Underworld Queen?
There.
It happened again? I will not let this stand. Why are Tetris squads interfering with the central government anyway?
Consider on what you've done up until now. I don't think you should even be talking.
The Ark was under siege. It doesn't take a genius to know it had to come from that garbage heap. I saw EH with my own 2 eyes. She was getting on the elevator, and she had a bomb in her hands.
And yet, you let her get away as well. Let me ask you something. Did you have any evidence to back up these accusations you have against the Outer Rim?
Are you deaf? I just told you. That place is a hotbed for terrorists.
If you had eyes, you would have seen for yourself. that there wasn't one seul person in the entire Outer Rim who was armed. Tell me then, on what grounds could you possibly justify marching in there with your petite armée?
Petite armée.
It sounds to me like you were conducting a massacre!
Massacre!
What if it was? What are you gonna do about it? What has the Outer Rim ever done for the Ark? We could wipe it off the map, and Enoch wouldn't say a word.
Are you willing to accept les repercussions?
What?
The reason Enoch isn't making a move is simple. She knows that my queens could crush you like an insect. And do you truly believe that the Outer Rim doesn't benefit the Ark in any way? If so, vous are sorely mistaken.
What kind of gibberish is this?
Très bien! Go ahead! Go straight to the Outer Rim and fire away! I won't stop you. Let's see for ourselves what judgment Enoch will reach. Go on. Hurry!
I don't feel like it right now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's too bad. I would like to remind you of one thing, however. When my queens were protégées at the Outer Rim, they also saved your skin. You owe me.
Okay.
That's more or less what was said. But they couldn't escape the fact that they roughed up central government troops. Sakura, Rosanna, and Moran were all about to get their memories wiped.
No!
But Mustang stepped in and made a deal with the government.
Good job, Mustang.
In exchange for them keeping their memories, Tetra's main broadcasting channel will be handed over to the central government. What? It's the only reason the Underworld Queens aren't walking vegetables right now. But then, how is Mustang going to make any money? He's got his fingers in a lot of pies, so losing the broadcasting channel won't be a death blow.
Yeah, he's got the casino and stuff.
However, the central government will now have virtually complete control over all broadcasting systems in the Ark. I just met with Mustang briefly, and he seemed fine.
C'est bon, ami! Fighting up from the bottom is my specialty!
That's what he said. Mustang will be
Classic
fine.
Mustang.
He always is. Thanks to him, the Outer Rim didn't sustain too much damage. Commanding everyone to lay down their weapons was a masterstroke. If everyone had been armed, they'd have gotten drawn into the carnage.
What about Yuni and Mihara?
Yuni has been placed in solitary confinement at the rehabilitation center. She's
Okay.
refusing to speak, and is more or less catatonic. Running a brain scan is impossible since she doesn't have any nymph, so the central government is at a loss. They won't be forgiving her for that shelter escapade of hers, so I can't see things ending well for her. She'll remain locked in solitary confinement until it's certain that she's behind the shelter incident.
Once it's been confirmed, then what?
She'll be scrapped.
I see.
Sounds about right.
And Mihara?
Mihara. Yuni and the three of us were all shot by Crow's suppression bullets. But Mihara got shot in the head by a termination pistol. The damage was extensive, and she was sent to the repair center. However, her nymph interfered with the brain surgery. It most likely perceived the operation as an external attack. They were left with no choice but to remove the nymph. And it was during this procedure that a memory wipe occurred.
She got wiped a second time? Damn. Then what?
After some treatment, her nymph was re-uploaded. She's still recovering at the moment.
Understood.
At any rate, everything more or less seems to be under control. As for the raptures,
Famous
there
last
are
words,
only a
Anise.
few stragglers left in the Ark, so things should settle down soon enough.
Famous last words 2.0.
The shelter will be reopened once we've confirmed all raptures have been eliminated. This was a big one, in every sense of the word.
They're going to declare that the hole in the Ark's roof was a result of deterioration from the facility's aging. If word gets out that this occurred because of one NIKKE's doing, the central government's reputation will hit rock bottom. The ironic thing is that, as a result, popular opinion regarding NIKKE's is now at an all-time high.
Well, they did see the Nikke's saving everybody, or fighting back.
It's become more apparent than ever how indispensable NIKKE's are to protecting humanity.
The only good thing that Crow
Especially
managed to
after
pull off
Matisse's
there.
display up on the surface. I'm sure the central government is intending to use this newfound goodwill to its advantage.
So this is what the Ark chose.
What happened to Siwin?
Yuni really did a number on her, so she's in intensive care right now.
Silver
When
lining?
she's able
Yeah.
to walk again, she'll be judged by Enoch. We'll just have to wait and see what happens next.
There's something I still don't get, though. Why do you think Crow shot suppression bullets at us?
She must have wanted to push the commander to the brink. Of course, the moment you think about it, the holes start to show. It doesn't matter how much mental fortitude you have. If you want to be free from the nymph, then your inhibitor needs to be deactivated. There's no way around that.
I realize that now, but in the heat of the moment, I wasn't thinking straight.
I don't blame you. Crow was probably counting on that happening.
Crow's ultimate goal was for the commander to avenge our supposed deaths. Once you'd killed her, it wouldn't matter that we were still alive. At that point, it'd be too late. You'd have crossed that line.
What a sadistic trick. But, Rappy, how were you able to move first?
I used it a little bit.
You mean Red Hood?
Yes,
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. It was only for a moment.
That's a relief, but... Sorry to
Yeah, we haven't
interrupt,
seen her
but
go full Red Hood
it's
mode in
time,
the story
Commander.
yet. At least not where I am. Alright.
I'll walk with you.
Enoch's gonna make her verdict. This shouldn't be a big deal, right?
Definitely not.
Famous last words 3.0. There was an interesting point that Eisen raised about Crow's antics. I can understand, but it also has spoilers, so it's best to watch when you get there. Gotcha. Yeah, just remind me once I get to that point.
Let's go again.
Target swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom, and thou art cleaved through.
Oh, that just reminded me I still haven't watched the Blue Archive 6 PB. Thinking about things to watch. I have to add that to my list. Maybe on my lunch break tomorrow.
Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Forward quickly!
Charge forwards quickly.
This attire vexes me.
Tis taken me longer than usual. Had I donned my usual garb, I would have been swifter.
Well, we're getting close to what I assume is the end of this level.
Proceeding to target.
Bloop bloop.
Everyone, prepare for battle.
So uncomfortable.
Repair center.
Ingrid. Harper. It's been a while.
It has.
How am I looking?
Your burns have been aggravated. They're pumping you with painkillers. Should be 2 days, max.
Right. Can I ask you a favor?
Go ahead.
Make me a NIKKE.
Oh, EH is gonna become a NIKKE. Ooh, I can recruit her at some point?
I know it's probably impossible, and that no one will probably give me the time of day, but I want to atone for what I've done. All the fear people felt thanks to me. It's all hitting me at once.
Release EH already. Release K already. Ah.
I want to redeem myself. Please.
Okay. I'll make the necessary preparations.
Thank you. Truly. Ingrid, am I too far gone?
Yes, but you can still try.
Yeah, wait till she becomes a NIKKE. I would roll hard on that banner. Outer Rim. How did Jackal get back in the Outer Rim? Did she escape? What's going on?
This sucks. What's the fun of laughing alone?
Want me to join you then?
What?
Huh?
What happened to getting your head blown off?
Viper!
Hey there, kiddo. How you holding up?
Jackal bounds over to Viper and inspects her.
You're okay! You're all put together again!
Apparently, the angle was off just a tad, and the brunt of the explosion missed my brain.
Okay.
Having said that, my head was completely blown to smithereens, so I had to get a new one made.
You're kidding! That's amazing!
You bet it is, and it's all thanks to a special someone grasping at my collar.
Oh, I was gonna say, that's some crazy plot armor, but okay, they're coming up with a reason for it. the commander, when he grabbed the collar and pulled it, it changed the angle that it exploded at. Okay, that makes more sense. And what's her name that came with you to Eden? Oh, Papillon, yeah.
I owe him my life. Now I like him even more.
So this is why Viper was in the summer. Oh, that's why she was in the summer. Yeah. I was thinking, like, if she actually died, then it wouldn't have made sense for her to be in the summer event. Shift up refusing to kill EH and Viper really makes this chapter shit to me. I do think that refusing to kill characters off definitely nullifies the impact of any inferred death, because it just gets to the point. It's kind of like The Walking Dead. If any of you have watched or read that, like, it gets to the point that, like, they'll make it seem like a character dies, and 90% of the time they don't actually die. So it really takes away from some of the intensity where it's like, oh my god, they killed off blank? That's crazy. When you just see them come back every time. It's like, oh, okay. Go figure. They're not like... I get that you don't want to kill off characters that you like. If there's a good reason for it in the story, like... With Viper, I guess I can kind of see the explosion. Like, if it's directed at a certain way and the collar was shifted. I don't get how EH didn't die. But, especially since she's a human. But I do agree. It is kind of a pet peeve to me for when writers don't commit to actually killing a character off. Not to say I want a character to die, but like the flip-flopping of like, oh, we're gonna kill them. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, we're gonna kill them for real this time. Oh, no, we're not. Like, it's like, okay. EH is on death's door. That's true. It seems like she is gonna die if she doesn't become a NIKKE.
Huh? Say that again? My ears still aren't working so good.
Forget it. It's nothing.
Being KO'd from Modernia took her place. Yeah, she was like the only one who I guess actually like died. At least to this point in the story that I can think of. Although she did technically come back as Modernia, so it's like...
So, what do we do now?
I don't even know if it fully counts.
Carefully to me, Jackal. We're lucky that we're still alive. Fortunately, I ended up doing something that helped them turn the situation around. Now that EH is MIA, there's no telling what is going to happen in the Outer Rim. Going forward, there are going to be even more eyes on that place. So that's exactly what we're going to do.
Alright, sounds great. What is that exactly?
The exact same thing we've been doing. With one slight alteration. No more lies. No more screwing around.
Okay.
If we lie or horse around, then we'll be in big trouble.
Yikes, I don't want that.
Neither do I. We've got C-Force strapped to our necks. So if we step out of line, it's farewell to our noggins. And that's no one's idea of a fun time.
True.
What was that? I still can't hear very well.
Forget it.
You gotta fix your hearing, man.
Let's get to work. Shall we?
You could say that memory wipe is a form of death, so I guess Mihara died to... That's true. Memory wipe or, like, personality death or whatever, like, that is technically a type of death, because it's not... They're basically starting from zero again, so it's not going to be the same as the previous iteration. That's a fair argument.
Heck yeah!
Huh. Jackal?
Yeah?
Don't you have something to ask me?
I don't want to ask.
Why?
I don't like being sad.
Okay.
Enix room.
Welcome.
Hello.
I still have things left to do. I still need to keep track of the movements of the raptures that still remain in the Ark, so this will be quick.
We appreciate it.
First, you apprehended the culprit of the Ark terror attack and cleared the Outer Rim's name, thereby preventing mass casualties.
Yeah, I did do pretty good, didn't I?
Second, You resolved the situation with minimal casualties during the so-called shelter incident.
Yeah, I did pretty good, didn't I?
Third, you annihilated several raptures that invaded the Ark.
I did pretty good, didn't I?
On the basis of these facts, a search has shown that there are no cases perfectly matching this incident. This case will be judged on its own merits. The judgment made is as follows. You have received a promotion up 3 ranks.
3 ranks? Huh?
However, first, along with Suen, intentionally bringing raptures into the vicinity of the Ark. Second, you concealed the existence of the Vop House, which could have been a major resource to the Ark.
There's gonna be 3 things that like nullify the 3 promotions.
On the basis of these facts, a search has shown that there are no cases perfectly matching this incident. This case will be judged on its own merits. The judgment made is as follows. Your promotion up 3 ranks is revoked. Your current rank will remain unchanged.
Okay. What else can I say?
You did well.
Same to you.
I must get back to my original tasks.
Enoch,
Yes?
you said before that raptures invading the Ark wasn't the worst case scenario.
That's right.
Then can you let me know what is?
Pertaining to the Ark, the worst case scenario would be 2 or more heretics breaching the Ark. If the Ark consolidated all its resources, it might be possible to retaliate, but untold devastation would occur during the ensuing altercation.
Sounds like that's what's about to happen then.
Would you like additional intel on the extent of the damage, and how long it would take to conduct repairs?
No, it's okay. What's Dorothy doing right now?
I'm afraid I cannot divulge that information at present. I am under orders not to discuss the pilgrim known as Dorothy.
Okay, thanks.
Goodbye.
If that's the case, and kick the bucket more than we can count, that's true. If she loses her memory, what, like every week or something?
Over me.
Is it the end of every day or the end of every week? I think it's week. Isn't there an anime about that same kind of topic? Like 1 Week Friends or something? It's like a guy who likes his classmate, but she loses her memory at the end of every week, so he has to restart being her friend every week. Every day for Anne? Aw. I still have to play her event. Something tells me that one is going to be a tearjerker.
I'm glad that's all resolved. But now I need to go wash up again.
We can wash up together. Okay, we press on.
So uncomfortable.
Everyone,
Proceeding to target. As long as we're together.
so uncomfortable.
Coming. Proceeding.
Tis taken me longer than usual.
Okay, so there should be something over here. Yeah, I can get it on this side. Okay. Another lost relic. Majority of Nikke's in the Ark have been deployed into battle with the Raptures. Snow White mind switch. Mihara mind wipe. Snow White really changed. Between young and older Snow White?
Yes, understood.
Proceeding.
Small White and Snow White, I should say. Which is why I'm sad I didn't get it during the event. Yeah.
I knew that.
And that one hasn't rerun, right? Central Government Briefing Room 13.
Things in the Ark seem to be bad.
It's nearly taken care of. You don't need to worry.
Anything I can do to lend a hand?
No, it's okay. We can take care of it.
All right then. Oh, did you receive my gift? It's something I found up on the surface. It's rather...
The heretic? Nihilista, you mean? I had her put into MMR's Atlas cage right away. The tech team was over the moon.
I'm glad they were pleased.
You came at a different time than you said you would. Why is that?
Well, you originally wanted me to use that secret elevator, as you called it, and ride it straight to the Ark, right? I was going to do that, but then there was all that business with the gaping hole in the Ark's roof.
Not since Ludmilla and Mika's winter event? I'm really glad I got the Ludmilla winter version because she's one of my favorites and that alt is really nice.
Once the heretic showed up, I decided to help out.
I'd like to say it would be great if we could get Ludmilla summer version, or a summer skin, but I don't know if that's likely since she already has an alt. I feel like they'll prioritize people who don't have alts yet.
You drew too much attention to yourself.
Makes me think of a character in Heaven Burns Red.
All the
Oh
citizens
man.
were in the shelters. If they had seen you and that heretic, we'd have had a real mess on our hands.
That's why I did it.
What?
I did it so the humans in the Ark could see me.
And she's meta. Yeah, Ludmilla, right? She's really good for like bosses if they're water code, or as a water code, she's a good bosser, right? Something like that. Hello Oblivion, welcome to the stream. Need a hero? Never fear, for I'm here. Who are you, All Might? Does anyone know the song that my stream title is referencing, by the way? Because it is a it's a specific lyric from a song I like. Water DPS, right? I need to finish leveling her skills, actually.
But you're telling me that everyone was cloistered off in the shelters?
It's that one song from the Mario movie. That I couldn't say since I haven't seen the Mario movie yet. It's on my list, though.
That's a shame. It would have been a hell of a show.
Haven't heard it since Shrek 2? I don't know what song that is either. I know that song. The song that my title references is Hero by Skillet, which I was really into when I was like 13, 14. I still like it a lot, but was getting to it. Is that song actually in the Mario movie?
I missed the chance to give some people a memory that would last a lifetime. I was going to go out and bash some raptures while I was in the area, but I'm suddenly feeling bereft of inspiration.
Other one from the Shrek movie is, though?
You should have kept your arrival in the Ark a secret. Now everyone knows you're here. Thanks to you, people are asking for an explanation.
I go out of my way to catch a heretic, and you're blaming me? If I hadn't stepped in to help, I think it's easy to assume what state the Ark would be in.
The Ark is strong. They could easily dispose of a heretic.
I don't think you want to make Dorothy mad, bud.
Oh, so my contribution means nothing then?
That's not what I meant. I'm just saying it's complicated because your arrival was so ostentatious.
I've been meaning to ask. Why do you want to keep my coming to the Ark all hush-hush? So what if a pilgrim comes to the Ark? Is that the end of the world? Is there something you're not telling me?
No, not at all. I'm just scared, that's all.
Scared? Of what?
Right now, the situation is mostly taken care of, but the fact remains that enemies from the outside encroached on the Ark. If a pilgrim were to show up at a time like that and declare war, it'd be pandemonium. Granted, any suspicions towards you have been assuaged somewhat thanks to your taking care of that heretic. But I still don't know what you're after.
I see.
Dorothy with the dead eyes is scary. Was thinking of holding out for Hero, but Bonnie Tyler. Oh, I think I know that one. Waiting for the karaoke version of Hero from you. I think you'll be waiting a long time, Oblivion. Maybe on my 20-year anniversary or something.
So, while we're on that topic, I'd like you to make everything perfectly clear to me. Why did you come to the Ark and ask to see me?
I want to make a pact between the Ark and Eden, and I want to be the ambassador of that pact.
A pact? Between the Ark and Eden?
Have to do it for you then. Gonna have a karaoke stream soon?
That's right.
What kind of pact?
Let's start with something simple. Sharing our technology, resources, and manpower. You scratch our back, and we'll scratch yours. Eden is far more technologically advanced than the Ark. But there's something we're lacking that you have in spades.
Adding to the list, do I want to do another? Always good to be prepped with a nice list. And I'm sure there's karaoke versions of that. This guy's such a fraud. You do the side quests? The side stories? I've only done the first one. I'm planning on doing the second one after this, though.
Resources and manpower, I presume.
Bingo. I've gotta say, you're easier to talk to than I thought.
But I don't know the details, but doesn't Eden despise the Ark?
Indeed they do. That's where I come in. I can be a goodwill ambassador. A mediator between Eden and the Ark. You don't look too convinced.
Dorothy hands over a USB to Birmingham.
You want to know how Eden was able to exist on the surface all this time? The answers are all in there.
You mean...
A full breakdown of the data used for our large-scale optical camouflage technology. I hope you will be able to put it to good use.
Optical camouflage?
If you've got this, reclaiming the surface is no longer a pipe dream.
Right.
Well, do you trust me now? To be honest, I think I've gone above and beyond here. We haven't had trade relations for ages, yet I've schlepped over here, taken down a heretic, and given you our optical camouflage technology. If you don't trust me after all that, then I think I'll just have to turn around and head back.
Wait, I'll talk to the leaders. I'll try and sway them.
That's good news.
So,
playing right into Dorothy's hands, man.
Then? I'll help in any way I can, within reason, of course.
I'd love to explore the Ark a little more.
Okay, I'll ask the ACPU. Some areas will be off limits, but you'll be able to explore most of the Ark.
Much appreciated.
Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Why did you contact the Ark out of the blue? Eden had been radio silent for so long. Why change that?
They decided the timing was right. Let's just say it was triggered by an encounter with a harmless human being.
Uh-huh. I wonder who that could be.
He made me realize what I wanted.
I see. Well then, keep in touch.
Will do.
Dorothy disappears.
Polly!
Yes, Deputy Chief? No problems on this end.
I would like you to continue to be Dorothy's guide. Is that okay?
Sure. We'd be honored to.
Thank you. Also, keep a close eye on Dorothy and report back to me.
You got it.
Okay, well, he's, not wrong to be suspicious of Dorothy.
Believe in your king. Victory will be ours.
She definitely is plotting something.
My hands are too slippery.
I've got swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attacks.
This attire vexes me.
Oh, man.
Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
So we go in here?
Target.
Okay, the chapter's not over. We're
coming.
underground now.
Yes, understood.
Tis taken me longer than you.
So at last.
Yes,
And securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
Kind of a long chapter.
Proceeding to target. Coming.
Let's ignore the objective for now.
Prepare. So uncomfortable.
And, just loop around the sides a little bit.
Proceeding to target.
everyone, prepare for...
So securing
Get these, like,
victory
side
for their
ones.
subjects is a king's duty. All right, not there. I knew that.
Yes, understood.
No things there.
All right, not there. I knew that. So uncomfortable.
Loot! The shelter was destroyed during the battle and many people were injured or killed.
Yes, understood. Everyone, prepare for...
All right, not there. I knew that.
Hey, Dorothy. Looks like we're in charge of showing you around. This is gonna be fun.
I think so as well. I'm looking forward to it.
Is there anything in particular you want to see?
I want to see somewhere where there's a lot of people. Well, everyone is still waiting inside the shelters. The doors will only open once all the raptures have been eliminated, and it's been declared safe. That should be in about 2 days. In that case, I've heard of a place called MMR. Can I go there? Oh, gee, sorry, but that's a top secret area. I'm afraid you can't go there. Not quite. The deepest recesses are off limits, but the other areas are open to the general public for field trips and the like. Oh, is that right? I had no idea. Miranda, you took someone there only a few days ago.
Fucking Miranda.
Oh, right! I remember now. Anyway, do you still want to go? Sure.
MMR.
So this is where Cecil stayed. It's blander than I thought it would be. Sorry? Nothing. What do people see here when they come on field trips? Oh, just an overview of the Ark's technology through the ages. Sometimes they'll let you test out some new experimental technology. They typically run tests every day of the week, but I'm not sure if with the raptor situation... Oh, there we go. If we use the screen here, you can get a good look. What is that door?
Dorothy points to a tightly sealed door.
That's the door leading deeper inside the building. That's where all of the Ark's core technology is stored, so access is restricted to only a select few. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like on the other side, since I've never been there myself. I see.
Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Aside from Eden, there's the higher-ups and other shady folk mentioned in previous events. The people mentioned it in Mana's event. Mana's event was really good. I didn't expect that much of, like, a story drop from that.
Would you like to check out the second floor? They've got a vending machine up there, and the hot dogs are... Whoa. Polly? I feel really sleepy. Well, it's no wonder. You haven't rested all day.
Polly quickly pulls out her cell phone.
What's going on? Polly, sorry, but I'm going to sleep for a
Did
bit.
Dorothy do something so she can get into MMR?
Why would it in the Ark? Are you two okay? Get away from here.
Polly and Miranda faint. Dorothy holds Polly and Miranda's
They're
hands.
not dead, just unconscious.
Okay, so not something Dorothy did. There's an arc of electricity, sparks fly, and all the machines lose power.
The alpha particle concentration is through the roof.
Oh.
How can that be? We're not even on the surface.
Dorothy stares at the door leading into MMR inner structure. She heads towards it.
Particle concentration is high enough that it's affecting my motor skills. Something strange is going on here.
This has got to be a heretic. Dorothy starts to rip the door apart with her bare hands. What's up? How is everyone? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well.
To finish this quickly and get back to the warm water.
Been enjoying this chapter for the most part.
It seems this battle shall drag on. Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Quickly.
Very curious what's going on here. Well, worst case scenario? Yeah, exactly. Nihilister is in the Ark.
Reload.
And they said the worst case would be if there's 2 heretics. So if a second heretic were to come into the Ark and free Nihilister, and the 2 of them rampage, good luck.
Garb, I would have been swifter.
Oh, another EX stage. Okay.
All right, not there. I knew that. Let's chase away these. Yes, understood.
All right, let's get some more 300 gem stuff done. Rebuild Cucumber, was that its name? Yeah, Rebuild Cucumber HSTA. That's a name. I like cucumbers.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Time has come. Let's give it our all.
Okay, GG.
Tis taken me
I don't
longer
really
than
like
usual.
zucchini though.
Had I donned my usual garb, I would have been swifter.
Just to compare it to another long cylindrical green vegetable. Doing well. Had some issues driving home in the storm when a window wiper. Oh man. Driving home in a storm with a broken window wiper sounds like a nightmare. You'd have to drive so slow. Also, hello Noel, welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Outside of the crappy weather driving home. Glad you made it home safe.
Yes, understood.
Let's chase away these so uncomfortable. Tis taken me longer than usual.
Oh, right. Not there. I knew that.
Loot.
Yes, understood.
Encounter.
Securing victory for their subjects is a key.
Proceeding to target.
Oh, right. Not there.
Let's chase away these.
Yes.
Tis taken me longer than usual. Had I donned mine usual garb.
Proceeding to target.
Loot.
Oh, right. Not
Anything
there.
over here?
I knew that.
You mean to tell me that
Oh,
this
right.
suspicious
Not
room
there.
off to the side doesn't have more loot?
I knew that. Oh, right. Not
Well, this is the very end of the chapter, and I'm still
knew that.
missing.
Everyone,
I see one more loot over there.
Proceeding.
I missed a couple.
Taken me longer than usual. Had I donned mine.
Nothing hiding
So
off in the corner.
uncomfortable.
Yes, understood.
Nothing hiding over
Oh,
there.
right. Not there.
At last.
MMR core. Several Nikkes are lying on the ground motionless. Neolister stands in the middle, surrounded by the fallen Nikkes. The Atlas cage that once contained her has been melted from the inside. The very contraption which was once thought unescapable is now little more than a gooey puddle.
Well, well, what do we have here? You're the one from Eden, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Nihilister. You recovered faster than I thought you would.
How did you know about that? Wait a moment. You're the one who snuck up on me, weren't you?
That's right. You've got so many exposed vital areas, it was like shooting fish in a barrel.
You're quite a crack shot. So good, in fact, that you were able to hit the exact spot I wanted you to. Dead nuts.
You allowed yourself to get shot?
Of course. How else was I supposed to play dead and have it be convincing?
And then she can destroy the Ark from the inside. When Fine got a new one at Walmart soon after. That's good. Glad you got a new one.
I knew these morons would take me to the Ark straight away to try and start dissecting me. No flames are hot enough for these puny insects. But I must admit, the never-ending stupidity of humans never ceases to amuse me. They always end up getting too greedy and tripping over themselves. You didn't have to drag me all the way here, though. You know what it feels like to have your head dragged across the ground for miles? It's no picnic.
I can imagine.
You're going through an awful lot of trouble.
Oh, believe me, for what I'm planning, it's all gonna be worth it.
I won't bother asking. You're going to fail anyway.
Is that what you think?
Wait, where did your weapons go?
You only noticed that just now. You're dumber than I thought. I had to feed them, so they'd grow big and strong.
Dorothy scans her surroundings at once. A pervasive silence consumes the room, quiet enough to be unnerving. Several tentacles break through the Atlas cage.
Excuse me.
Enoch?
Proceed to MMR immediately.
What's wrong?
There's a large amount of alpha particles emitting from deep inside MMR. It's impossible to conduct any scans, so the current situation is unclear. The Ark is rallying its forces and dispatching them to MMR. Please hurry and meet with them.
I'm assuming there's something else?
There is. That's why I contacted you directly.
Tell us.
The alpha particle concentration there is some of the highest we've ever seen. We only saw numbers like this a few times before. One of those instances was during an engagement with a heretic Indivilia.
Isn't she the one from the anniversary event that had Crown?
During this skirmish, Indivilia was seriously injured due to a joint attack from Matisse and Absolute. As it fled, it began reversing the damage it sustained. At that time, ultra-high concentrations of alpha particles were observed. It jams all communication devices in the immediate vicinity. and shuts down most of a NIKKE's functions.
So we're gonna have Nihilister and Indivilia here at the same time. Oh boy, the worst case scenario.
It operates essentially as a smokescreen to buy itself time to retreat. Material H, which is also being kept secure in the Atlas cage, is a fragment of the heretic Indivilia. Nihilister's intention all along was to get access to MMR's core. She faked her own death in order to gain access to that place. It can be presumed that her ultimate goal is to make off with Material H and use it to resurrect Indivilia. If that happens, we will have 2 heretics inside the Ark.
My god.
Precisely. The worst case scenario? The Ark will be damaged beyond repair. Dorothy's last known location was MMR. If it comes down to it, unite with a Pilgrim Dorothy to defeat the heretics.
Okay.
I will be focusing on clearing up the alpha particles near you and your squad. Even then, the concentration will remain high, but there should be no major effects on any of your primary functions. Please hurry.
Is anyone else not okay with this? We don't even have Valpows. What are we gonna do if there really are 2 heretics waiting for us in there?
It's okay, we can win.
Huh? We've beaten a heretic before. We can do it again. I guess you're right.
Yeah, but we had Valpows before. Let's hurry.
Roger.
Alright. Well, we have the final boss of this chapter right after this, so we're gonna see if it's Indivilia after all.
This
I'm
brings to
assuming
mind
it
when I
is.
fought beside my sister. It seems this battle shall drag on.
Swim down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Forward quickly! Wait a moment. It will end soon.
As
Okay.
long as we're together, I will never fall.
Still waiting for her to be playable too? That's true. Some other heretics are, but she's not yet.
Proceeding to target.
Everyone, prepare for battle.
Now she looks cool, also kind of smug. She does have that kind of smug, shit-eating grin on her face all the time, yeah.
So uncomfortable.
Visual confirmation on Material H.
Alpha particle concentration confirmed as well. It's a little high, but shouldn't pose a problem with our battle functions. Nihilister didn't waste any time redecorating the place. It hasn't become a heretic just yet, so we're only dealing with one, just like before. I guess things could be worse.
Enoch, where's Nihilister?
She is fighting Dorothy near MMR.
Let's send this heretic home crying for her mama. Yeah.
It's time, Commander.
You know, I like the attitude. Let's go, everyone!
Encounter.
Mina-san! Material H. Alright, let's just annihilate this final boss with my overleveled squad. Good work, team. It's nice being so overleveled.
As long as
Hit
we're
this boss on
together.
higher difficulty. Oh, have you gotten to hard mode all the way this far, Wasabi? I think I'm still in like chapter 7 or 8 for hard mode. I've been like poking my way through it when I have
All
time.
clear. Material H is no longer active.
Whew, at least we've taken care of the urgent part. Next up, Hey, you guys, don't you think it's a bit odd? What? Didn't Enoch say all the Ark's forces were coming here? How come no one's here?
That's true.
Commander, contact Enoch.
Enoch, give me a status report. Enoch? There's no answer.
What's going on?
The walls start to crack.
What the? The entire building is collapsing!
Before we know it, the walls come tumbling down. As the last remnants of the wall come down, the site behind it is revealed to be the Ark.
It's a setup.
Material H has conjured up an entire road before.
So that thing we just took out was an illusion, meant to distract us. We're too late.
Looking ahead, a NIKKE wearing golden armor stares at us. Oh, Envtuber. She has a great design. Chapter 14 for hard mode? Double me then, nice. For playable enemies, I'm still waiting on Rabu from Blue Archive. That would be fun. Are you planning on, oh wait, no, you said you're not gonna roll for Chiaki or Satsuki, right, Noelle? You're saving for, Ryo and Seiya? No, it's assumed the form of a NIKKE, but it's no NIKKE. I remember this sensation. Malice honed to a razor-sharp edge. Pure evil.
Nihilister, are you there?
Boom. Nihilister comes soaring down in a flurry of flame. Two heretics together in the Ark. It's as Enoch said, the worst situation imaginable. It almost doesn't feel real, more like a nightmare.
It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm full.
Small wonder, considering how many NIKKEs you gorged on. Those poor saps kept coming like a conveyor belt. They might as well have been begging, please, eat me!
So much for the Ark's forces. Whoa, pretty girl. Yeah, she is your type. All you have to do is give her, like, silver hair, and she'd be, like, your type spot on. Saving for Seiya and Ryo? Nice. We're what, like 8 or 9 weeks away now?
Are there any more?
Of course. The Ark is full of NIKKEs. Let's see. How about we start with these ones?
Oh no, I tabbed out by accident again. What the hell? Okay.
Sure.
There's a brief flash, but I can't quite make it out. Suddenly, Anisa's body is split in two. What? Just cut Anise in half? Neon is bisected as well. What? What's going on? Just killed 2/3 of my squad in a second.
This body has been reconstructed, so there should be no more absorption function. I can't believe I'm using a sword instead of a tentacle. What a fool.
Well, forget it. I can take my time to get familiar with it.
Neon, Anise.
Commander! Look at that heretic's tail. It's in the shape of a sword. That's what got Anise and Neon. It's incredibly fast, so be careful.
I don't think Commander can do anything about that, Rappy. Rappy, Anise, and Neon.
It's okay. They're not dead yet, if we're not too late. They can live.
Enoch, come in.
Yes?
Is there a way to take this thing down?
We have nothing on record. The
Where's
Matisse and
Dorothy?
Absolute Squad are en route to your location, but it will be 20 minutes before they arrive.
20 minutes before the two best squads can back me up. Estimated around July, so that sounds about right. All right. Got about 2 months to save. Not too bad.
Even with their assistance, your victory is far from assured.
What about Dorothy?
She is setting up a sniper's nest, 1 kilometer away.
Okay. There's a brief flash of light. The light is aimed at Nihilister and Envtuber, but a looming shadow suddenly manifests and blocks the projectile. When it makes contact with the shadow, the light instantly dissipates. Something about that shadow seems familiar. It's you.
Good to see
Chatterbox is here too? Oh my god. As if it couldn't get any worse.
Meeting you in the Ark brings back memories. How are things? Have you been well?
I've been great. I was until you showed up.
So sorry to disappoint you.
Great.
Dorothy lands beside
Now
us.
there's 3 of them.
Him. Everyone's here. Yeah, all the big bads.
You there. Rappy, was it? Cover me. I'll buy us some time.
No, you cover me.
What?
Enoch,
Yes?
Oh, is this going to be when she goes Red Hood mode for the first time?
mark the closest ejection elevators going up from the Ark to the surface. Dorothy and I will drive the heretics and Chatterbox over there. Once we get them trapped in one of the elevators, send it up and blow up the shaft leading up to the surface.
There's no way that plan will work.
You're wrong. It is possible.
Rappy.
Commander, you have to find me. Inputting liberation code.
Yeah, she's gonna go Red Hood mode for the first time.
Operating level increasing to limit of sub-generator. Secret body. Activate!
Recognition complete. Codename Red Hood. Fully active.
Rappy's head starts to glow red.
10 minutes remaining. After that, control must be transferred to another host.
More than enough time.
What is that?
Time to finish this.
How's Dorothy gonna react? Rappy takes off in a flash, leaving a phantom trail of crimson behind her. Chatterbox blocks her path.
The holy mother of...
Chatterbox tries to land a haymaker, but Rappy swings her own fist directly into the punch. Chatterbox's arm shatters into pieces.
What is this?
Rappy grabs Chatterbox by the head and hurls it in the air, sending it flying towards Nihilister. Chatterbox careens into Nihilister with a loud bang, sending the two of them tumbling to the ground in a heap.
What the hell is going on?
What are you?
Indivilia's tail darts through the air. She caught the tail midair! Rappy catches the end of Indivilia's tail with her hands.
Thanks for the gift.
Oh my god, she just broke her tail off and she's using it as a sword? That's so badass. Rappy breaks off the sharp tip of Indivilia's tail, takes the newly acquired blade in her hand, and stabs Indivilia in the stomach.
You're not welcome here.
Rappy turns and delivers a swift roundhouse kick to Indivilia. Indivilia is sent hurtling through the air and collides with Chatterbox and Nihilister just as they're finally getting themselves untangled from each other. The three Raptures are now one interlocked pile of mishmashed parts rolling along the ground.
Dorothy!
Coming.
Rappy and Dorothy rush towards the dog pile and keep pushing the Raptures forward. Storefront after storefront is shattered to pieces, sending entire buildings collapsing to the ground. Rappy and Dorothy continue to move forward. After a few moments, Dorothy starts to lag behind.
I've fallen behind?
Enoch, now!
Opening surface elevator.
One of the elevators opens. Rappy and four others enter.
Ejecting.
As the elevator doors slide shut, Rappy turns back to look at me. Rappy, wait! We'll find you, I promise! The elevator shoots up. I watch as it soars higher and higher.
Elevator ejection complete. Surface reached. Route has been destroyed and cordoned off. The two heretics and Chatterbox have been ejected from the Ark.
But at what cost? Anise and Neon are bisected and Rappy is gone with the heretics. Is this when her feet get caught in the hem of her dress? Close. Red Hood mode, like Robin Jason Todd. Oh, from Batman. Didn't Chatterbox take lessons at bad guy school? You can't hit the hero when they're in the middle of a transformation? Exactly. What was he thinking?
Yes, understood.
Alright, well, let's get the one loot that I can see. That's a hell of a way to end the chapter. That was hype, though. I wish that they had, like, animated scenes for that kind of stuff, but the special CGs for Rappy were really good. So there's 3 additional cutscenes. Go to Enoch's room in the Ark. Okay.
Is that all there is to report?
Yes, that's all, sir.
Very well. How are you two feeling?
We're fine. Just a bit of lingering dizziness. I'm A-okay.
I'm glad. Both of you did well. Now get some rest.
All right, we'll be on our way. See you later.
Bye. As soon as Nihilister entered the Ark, Dorothy showed up. Dorothy defeated Nihilister, who got transferred to MMR. Soon after, Dorothy heads to the MMR, whereupon Nihilister, Indivilia, and Chatterbox are all revived. It's too much of a coincidence.
I mean,
Enoch.
I don't doubt that Dorothy's plotting something, but she seemed pretty surprised about Nihilister and stuff, so I don't think she necessarily anticipated any of that.
Yes?
What is the probability that Nihilister is working with Dorothy?
I don't think it's very high.
After a thorough assessment, I have determined there is a high probability.
Really?
There is also a significant possibility that they both intend on overthrowing the Ark. Nothing has shown up to prove this conclusively, however.
Unless they were acting pretty well down in MMR, that's not how it seemed to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Might I offer a suggestion?
What is it?
We must prepare, in the event the heretics show up again.
I understand your rationale, but the Ark is in complete disarray right now. I'm not sure if we have the capabilities necessary to...
I have a plan. In light of the current situation, I have determined that we lack the necessary physical strength. The Ark's autonomous weaponry failed to respond in any meaningful way.
Fedora and Nihilister both being there is sus. It is sus, definitely.
We require a greater physical force that can respond to this type of emergency.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dorothy just has great intel and she knew that something would be happening at the Ark, so that's why she planned to show up that day. And then it just so happened that she also was able to assume that Nihilister would be drawn in because of the noise, and she used that to her advantage. I don't know.
Are you suggesting we increase the number of autonomous weapons?
No, I'm suggesting that we increase the production of Nikkes.
But Nikkes are being produced as we speak. Ah.
I am suggesting that we produce new Nikkes of my own design. I will also operate them myself.
Sounds like a lot of stress on your
There is sufficient data for their production.
operating capacity.
The same goes for their operation. With your approval, I can complete production within the week.
How many units do you have in mind?
2.
Is that all?
That is all the force that will be required for the Ark's defensive purposes.
Unless they're like Pilgrim tier units, I don't know about that.
Ah. Very well. You have my approval. A lot of people died today, but we lost a lot of Nikkes too. The greater our defensive forces, the better.
Okay.
We are unable to trace the whereabouts of those who were ejected up to the surface. The fact that none of them has returned must mean something has happened. I assume you intend to go find Dorothy and Rappy.
Of course. I'll set out as soon as Neon and Nice have recuperated.
Good. We can use you tracking down the Pilgrim as a pretext. Any idea where you would start?
I'm still thinking.
Okay. I will let you handle it.
And Crow made it possible with her antics? Exactly. Rappy really stressed that she wanted me to find her. I think she meant more than just physically tracking her down.
It's just as you said. You'll need to bring Rappy back in more ways than one. I can't tell you much more than that, unfortunately. It's something that could send the entire Ark toppling down.
Yeah, because Red Hood has taken over Rappy's body. Yet it's okay for me to find out on my own if I stumble upon it?
That has nothing to do with me.
I fail to see the difference. Does it matter how I find out?
This is classified information of the highest order. I am not in the position to divulge anything, but if while carrying out an assignment, a special operations unit chances upon the information, then that would mean the information has been leaked, and there is nothing I can do about that.
Okay, Indivilia. Okay, Ingrid. I catch your drift.
Good. Oh, and one more thing. Anderson has apparently come too.
Oh.
He's likely to call you over to his room soon, so just a heads up.
Yeah, what's been going on with Anderson this whole time? Noted, thanks. Courthouse.
I'm only just getting some movement back. You've got some nerve asking me to come here. My head is...
Welcome.
Hey, you're the one who's going to judge me? Really? Using AI? You think I'm just gonna roll over and accept whatever ruling you toss out? I'm suing the CEO of Miscellus. You do know how important Miscellus is to the Ark, don't you?
Yeah, and also all your Nikkes are responsible for the stuff that just happened, so...
If something happens to me, then the Ark is done for. You got that? Keep that in mind when you're making your judgment. My head is pounding, so let's get the show on the road.
I will make my judgment. First, you intentionally lured Raptures into the Ark for the benefit of Miscellus. Second, you were unable to take care of your own squad and prevent the attacks on the Ark. Third, you personally attempted to destroy exotic squad members in order to cover your tracks. Fourth, you neglected your own wardress squad and failed to prevent a shelter incident. Your actions have resulted in a terrible loss of human life and material resources. On the basis of these facts, a search has shown that there are no cases perfectly matching this incident.
It's not going to go well for Siwon here.
This case will be judged on its own merits. The judgment made is as follows.
Yeah, can we wrap this up? Just tell me how much the fine is so
I
can
don't
be
think
on
it's
my
just
way.
going to be a fine.
You will be turned into a NIKKE.
Oh my god.
As you have made great contributions to the Ark in the past, your brain will not be subjected to a memory wipe. However, your propensity for illicit actions and thoughts are likely to cause further issues, so we will calibrate it through Nymph. You will become a NIKKE and be stripped of your position as CEO of Bacillus Industry. You will be placed under the commander of the Special Division Counters. That is all.
Oh my god. That's a hell of a punishment. Okay, final cutscene for chapter 24. Probably Anderson? Nope,
What
surface.
in the blue hell? What is this? How the hell did this even happen?
Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
We've achieved our primary goal. We've been revived.
But what about my pride? I scampered off with my tail between my legs!
I thought you gave up any notion of pride when you played dead and let yourself be dragged all that way.
You better shut your mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
Damn, I thought you guys were friends.
My apologies.
Chatterbox.
What?
Who on earth was that thing? What was up with her head turning red? She went berserk.
I'm not sure myself. It's my first time seeing that.
You don't know? So that's it.
Seems so.
Well, go and find out! Nothing gets through this half-breed's thick skull if you say it nicely.
I don't see why it's necessary to use slurs.
Well, I do. What are you gonna do to me? You should all be thanking me. I'm the one who provided all that tasty grub for you two. You're only here because of me. Without me, you'd both be in a scrap heap being dismantled for spare parts. So for the last time, go find out about that crimson son of a bitch!
I don't answer to you. The only orders I follow are those from the Queen.
What are you blabbering about? The Queen doesn't even know who you are.
I don't care. I've been saved by the Queen. I had lost my way and was on the verge of dying. But the Queen saved me. So, she's the only one who gets to order me around, not you.
Whoa. Well done for you and your commendable sense of loyalty.
Nihilister, it appears these parts are slow to regenerate.
What? Alright. It could be because it's a main part. I hate to keep repeating myself, but don't forget, it's these parts that saved your lives.
I see. The armed part
So this is
gone.
before the crown event takes place though, right? Like cannot if you're to go in order of like I'm assuming because in the crown event it's Indivilia and Chatterbox who like attack the kingdom. So I'm assuming after this chapter, Nihilister must separate from those two, and then Indivilia and Chatterbox go off and they find the kingdom and attack it.
Chatterbox,
Yes.
aren't you hungry?
Actually, now that I think about it, I am a little hungry.
Me too.
What are you two on about?
I want some popcorn. They're gonna eat Nihilister?
Don't you dare! Stay back! I said, stay away from me!
Oh my god, they're gonna eat Nihilister? What the fuck? She just saved them. Rappy stares blankly into space. Tendrils of smoke leak out of her body. All of a sudden, the smoke dissipates. Rappy collapses, completely spent. There's no movement. Rappy's body convulses grotesquely. Slowly but steadily, Rappy lifts herself up as Red Hood. Or rather, the entity that was once Rappy stands up. Red Hood silently surveys her surroundings. So Red Hood's in control of the body now. That's right, that would explain Chatterbox's moves in Crown events with Snow and crew. Oh, yeah. What do we have here? That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Alright, so we've completely finished the chapter 24 stuff then. So now the next thing would be in chapter 25. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is... So next I'm going to do the side story. The wordless side story. Because that's basically chapter 24.5. That's stuff that I would need to know before I do the Unbreakable Sphere event. So I have another waiting room set up for that. Which is... I think I actually set it for 9:30, so we're pretty close to what I thought it might be timing-wise. So I'm going to end this stream, and I have it set up to raid into the next one, which is the wordless side story. So if you want to keep watching, if you want to keep hanging out while I play some NIKKE, I am going to play the next part, but it's going to be in another stream thing. Just because I like the idea of keeping them all like self-contained to individual streams, like, oh, this stream is for this chapter, this stream is for this event. So
I'll be soaking my feet in
I don't think you have to do anything. I think when I end this stream, it should just raid into the next one. But yeah, we finished chapter 24. Good stuff. But there's more story to come, because I still have 2 side stories to go through before I can get to the Unbreakable Sphere event. I liked her by design and smug a few chat messages ago. Why does the character I like keep getting eaten? I think this is the 3rd time. Hey, I almost have her unlocked in the game, though, as a playable character. Actually, I forgot to redeem my liberation things for today. You can get her for free just by doing, like, daily objectives. I need to enhance equipment 3 times. So I'm working on getting her right now. Alright, let's find some equipment I can enhance. Who doesn't have maxed equipment? Cinderella doesn't have maxed equipment. Okay. Upgraded the arm. Upgrade the head. Upgrade the head. Upgrade the head. Okay, that should have finished my liberation objectives for the day. Congrats, you beat chapter 24. Woo! We're basically 2/3 caught up with the current story then. Alrighty, so I'm going to end this stream. It will just raid into the next stream, which is going to be the side story event. So I will see you guys there if you want to keep hanging out and watching some NIKKE. But if not, I hope you have a great rest of your night. And thanks for hanging out. That was a good chapter overall. A little cheap that they didn't kill off EH or Viper, but I do like both of those characters, so not the worst thing in the world. But yeah. I will see you in the next one in like 5 minutes. It's basically going to raid into that one, and then I just have to set up my chat box and stuff, and then the next one will start. So I will see you in like 5 or 6 minutes. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for stream. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it as always.